welcome to South Asia Wildcard Pro League Season 1, and we are here with the day 6, that's going to be week 2, and we have two groups, the final two groups who haven't played against each other, and then tomorrow and day after we have the same usual groups that played on the first and second day. But this is their last chance to come into the top 16. As we could see the points table, I think it was not yet ready, but I think according to the stream, it was E2S TM7 who has turned the tables over RGC OPEX and taken over first place with 153 total points, and they have done a number. I mean, they have 3 chicken dinners right now, the highest number of chicken dinners. Let's have a bet on that too, Dhaka. Who is going to get the most chicken dinners from the 16 matches? I mean, that's going to be interesting. 16 matches, not easy.
Hard to say, to be honest. I think a lot of these teams coming into the tournament itself have been improving almost quite rapidly in terms of how they perform from day 1 to day 5 itself. So it's hard to say, but I think it's safe to bet on RGC OPEX for the moment because they do have 8 more games to go. So I have a good feeling that they'll end up with more chicken dinners than any other team. It's just a feeling, I guess. Might be wrong, could be right, but yeah, that's the team I'm going to go with for the moment.
With that, we'll see how the matches are going to be played in, and we have the first ever match that's going to be Erangel. And looking at the teams, we got Bullet Track, we got Zeus, we got Squadrons, SDMZ, RGC OPEX, RGC Deno, OPMF Spectrals, OPMF Esports, Frag Code Blacks, MacPen from Bhutan, who got a chicken dinner in Sanhok, if I'm not wrong, I think that was a pasta chicken dinner. Let's see how they play on this map as well. Will we be seeing the Rozok fight against MacPen versus Deno, or will they be deciding to play it safe to get into the top 16? We saw a lot of changes yesterday. Teams that had a huge rivalry, they did decide to go in and just lose 1 or 2 players, but they ended up getting a chicken dinner. SDZ Esports in that final game yesterday, they were able to get the chicken dinner, and now they are sitting in the 4th position from 17th, Dhaka.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it changed their gameplay quite a bit. It gave them more opportunities to position themselves, play for the late game instead of just securing 4 points off the drop or losing almost immediately, being the first team to get eliminated. So it's a huge change and definitely paid off for them. So hopefully they'll keep that momentum going into the next few matches that they play as well. But definitely something to look forward to. But I think a lot of teams will be looking to change their play style, change their plan that they had going into the initial few games for sure, because the initial few games, so obviously they had room for error, and obviously the risks that you could take were much greater, and obviously if you did get it off successfully, it would reward you a lot better. But obviously coming into these final few games, every single opportunity that you get needs to be taken for sure. So I think we'll be seeing a lot of teams changing the way that they play, especially in this upcoming few days.
With that, we'll be seeing how these teams are going to play in, and as we speak, I think I saw a knock and a finish coming in. Not exactly sure what happened over there. I think that would have been TTS against ISSL, or I think shots fired at 187. I'm not exactly sure. 187 still trying to go with that parachute glide on towards Lipoka, where they usually drop in to loot. And with that, we can see MacPen, who has dropped in towards the far end of school. I mean, this was an interesting flight path. I mean, a lot of teams who have to go to the far end of the map, they have to use those vehicles and they have to push through. So MacPen right now, he has a Sky also. He loses you over here, trying to get, and Megatron goes down, and Dila also goes down. That was highly not expected. So LND can be the first team to get eliminated from this Erangel match. I mean, they have a lot of pace to pick up right now as LND gets eliminated. This is one of the teams that we were able to witness in the last PMCO who dominated the group stages. But right now, I think only 2 players were able to come, and those 2 players have gone down. So CB with 2 kills right off the start. Good start for them. So let's see if they're able to keep it up and get a chicken dinner. I mean, still, maybe we'll be able to see new teams get the chicken dinner. And as we see the standings, we can see E2S TM7 with 155 total points, RGC OPEX with 124. And let's not forget, RGC is playing their 4 matches today only. So they might actually go into that 200 mark, just 80 points gap.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's very, very, very much possible. I think they can play today, and the next time they still have 1 more opportunity for another 4 games as well. So definitely can easily, I think, if they perform really well and consistently throughout these few games, I think 200 should be nothing for them. But anyway, coming into the game, I think unfortunate for the, I believe the which team was the LND side. Sorry, a little bit of a brain shutdown right there. But LND obviously losing a 50-50 right there. I mean, it was a difference between them getting guns first and the CB team getting guns first. But unfortunately, not going their way. It went the way of the Code Blacks team, and they're going to be super happy about that. So as you can see, they are going to nicely secure 2 kills for themselves, and they're going to move all the way to Yasna. And with that, they're going to start looting up and getting that those resources to start playing for that mid-late game. With that, we'll be coming into Doom Zeus, sorry. So with that, looks like he is running that Scarel plus Car 98 combination. We did see some really nice long-range shots coming in towards yesterday's few games. I mean, we saw some AW action, we saw some Car 98 action, as well as some M24 actions, all in Erangel though. We barely saw some shots being taken in Miramar. I think just about only about 2 occasions, we saw someone getting knocked by a Car 98. So that just goes to show how well these teams position themselves. And obviously at that range, unless the teams are running out in the open, there is really no way of securing a kill once you knock someone. So it comes down to a very situational position there. So anyway, with that, the Zeus team currently did quite well in the last few games that they played. They were able to perform a lot better. So I think that momentum is definitely going to carry them today as well. But I think so far they're still looking for their first chicken dinner as well, and by no means a mediocre team. So let's see whether they can pull it off and maybe prove themselves in this tournament for the moment. But with that, we're going to be moving to another team that has done quite well in terms of local performance. Also in the international level, they have taken part in many tournaments, and they made a name for themselves as well, especially the in-game leader, which was Abhi Vish. So let's see whether they can pull the team together and maybe try to showcase their talents here in today's few games. But so far they've been doing well in terms of placements, but we haven't seen anything that's explosive coming out from them in terms of kill performance and chicken dinners, obviously. But with that, once again, another top team that has done quite well, but they've already lost 2 of their players, Azwin and Razor. They do have Jimmy and Mamata, and last time we saw Jimmy and Mamata both securing that duo, Chicken Dinner and Erangel. So they are going to be looking to definitely place a lot better. I think at the point where each team had played their 8 games, ISL was in 4th position. So they are going to be looking to reclaim maybe an even higher spot in today's games. But looking at the way things are going right now, it doesn't seem to be turning out too well for them. I think running into TTS very early at Milta Power and losing 2 of their players. So very unfortunate for them, but in the end they still have 2 players left alive, so they can do a lot of damage with those 2 players if they play it smart. And with that, we're going to be coming into one of the most aggressive teams in the lobby, which is, I mean, so far I think the most aggressive team in the entire series that we've seen so far. It's going to be OGC OPEX, obviously. So with that, sorry, is it RGC? I'm sorry. Yeah. So yeah.
Another interesting fact, Daka, while showing Unknown over here, you can see how fancy he is right now with all his new backpack and new helmet skin and the gun skins. He has apparently got the Mythic Fashion title today, spending 100,000 rupiah, which is almost to $6,000 and 1 million Sri Lankan rupees. So congratulations, RGC OPEX Unknown, for getting Mythic Fashion. Definitely will be waiting to see how you showcase your skills through those amazing guns. Definitely.
I think instead of having a showcase for skills, just showcase the skins. But anyway, definitely a very well-earned little bit of achievement right there. Obviously losing a lot from the pocket, but at the end of the day, I mean, those who can do and those who can't simply enjoy, right? I mean, you can always kill someone and get their own outfit. So they pay the money, we get the outfit, right? So anyway, let's see how they do manage to make it through the game anyway. So that's a little bit of a fun fact for you guys coming from Adil as well as Hamiz. So definitely keep note of the players that spend a lot of money in your games. They are definitely the ones who are helping develop the game even more. But anyway, with that, we'll be taking a look at the Deno team, only with 3 members in their team. So they are missing one of their players here. So Fantastic, Sodumago as well as Ghosty are going to be the members that are present. So they are quite close by to team number 13 as well. So they might just be not aware of their presence at the moment. So let's see whether they're going to be able to do anything today or whether it's going to be a completely different story. I mean, they were able to do quite well in some of their games, and I do believe they have won Chicken Dinner. I'm not 100% sure. If I remember correctly, I think they had one, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, with that, we'll be moving on to the Zeus team that seem to be making a rotation. Very, very unique rotation here. They know that they can take the risk going in that in the first zone. So they're going to completely wrap around, bypassing a lot of this danger that they could run into. Because we did see the map mostly just, focusing on that left side of Erangel. So with that, they're just going to go all the way around through military and then come out from the other side. So as you can see, a lot of teams already just now only making their rotations in. If they had taken the risk to come through that way, if there was a team that was settled down, they probably would have ran into them, and their chances of getting in would have been very, very little. So they're actually making a very huge brain play here, knowing that they can tank the initial zone. So anyway, with that, once again coming into OPEX Unknown, showcasing his skins for now. We'll say once he starts fighting, obviously we can talk about the skills coming in, but right now definitely the team to look at. This is going to be the team that will be focusing, and as soon as he comes and pokes his head, that little B helmet has to take a little bit of damage, but luckily it is a level 3-1, so looks like the ISL team and the Deno team is going to be the team that's looking around at him, and with that even Mini Godzilla accompanying him. But I don't know, I feel like it could sometimes be a little distracting while they're trying to listen for something, and then the little Godzilla just starts screaming out of nowhere. He's like, feed me, or something like that. But anyway, with that, we were getting our first bit of action for the game. So the KTM team right now, the Icon team right now, taking on against the SDMZ side of things. So let's see if they're going to be able to do anything right now. These teams have been quite quiet in terms of their performance, so obviously wanting control of this height here on this mountain. Definitely one of those locations that can pay a lot of dividends, but can also put you in quite the difficult spot just because of how difficult it is to get up and down this complete area. But with that, Sam and the rest of his team, Psycho, Fool and Deadshot, are going to be playing very, very slowly. They're going to be very carefully and looking for that initial knock. So nades and smokes definitely going down. You can see T-Now23 also using their smokes and nades to try and create any sort of opportunity that they might be able to get. But the Icon team right now holding them down quite well. I mean, it's very difficult to push into angles like that, especially when you have these little pockets in terms of you being able to use as cover. Just all you have to do is just move back a little bit and you're fully covered. So definitely these ridges are going to help quite a bit. I mean, that the OPEX team does manage to bring down Oxy. So there seems to be a little bit of engagement there, but it will be up to them to see whether they actually want to get on to the full fight. And yes, they might actually be going on to the full fight here. And we can see Unknown gets another knock. So already T-Number23 in shambles, 25 in shambles. So the BT team right now with only one more player left, and the OPEX team once again showing their aggression, showing their dominance. And with that, will they allow the final player to escape? So we can see Town looks like he's just Toxin is just going to be rotating around and looking for this final player. And I think he managed to spot him out. So Unknown once again looking for that next kill. He does have one under his belt, and what beautiful spray coming in from the AK, and he's going to clear them out. So finally showcasing his skills after showcasing us his skins. So great stuff coming out from the side of OPEX, and with that they are going to secure the initial 4 points, taking out the side of the Bullet team from WG. And with that, once again, coming back to our mountain range fight. But as we mentioned, we do see Unknown going down almost immediately. Looks like there's another team ready to third party them, and it's going to be the team Hit. So we did see them win one chicken dinner. I believe it was in Sanhok, if I'm not mistaken. So they were doing quite well. So let's see if they can convert on this opportunity. I'm pretty sure that Unknown will get picked up quite quickly, and making their way all the way to that high ground is never the best play, because you don't want to be playing high ground when there's a team, when you're pushing a team that's on a high ground when they have really good position. And anyway, with that, once again, looks like OPEX is actually fighting a lot of teams right here. So you can see them facing off against the Hit team as well as the TTS team as well. So right now, they're taking a lot of risk. So if this pays off, they can have a huge game. So maybe they might be looking to push past 200 and maybe try to head to 250 by the end of the qualifying round. I mean, you never know. You have to aim high if you want to go high, right? So anyway, with that, the OPEX team finally right now deciding to just maybe stop all the chaos and maybe try to find some sort of control. And look at that lovely box there. Really great crate actually coming out. So very nice to look at, definitely. But with that, the OPEX team currently 5 points. So they were able to kill one more player player from another team. And right now, they don't seem like, I mean, initially it looked like they wanted to get back, but no, they want to keep fighting. They want to go up against the side of Hit as well. So they know that, if you try to get aggressive with us, we can definitely punish you for it. So because of that, you can see the OPEX team just holding this high ground, and no one really wanting to contest them at this point. I mean, there are still 14 teams left, and with that, the 23 team finally getting pushed, the Icon team, and with that, looks like they are getting pushed out by team number 22, which is once again the SDMZ team finally getting aggressive, and with that, only Steva is going to be the last one left alive in a 1 versus 4 situation against the side of SDMZ, and suddenly some burst of aggression coming out from SDMZ, seeing that OPEX has suddenly flew to 5 kills. So looks like OPEX is going to get the engine running for some of these other teams as well, and Icon Steva right now holding a very strong angle, so approaching him is going to be very, very difficult. So if they had some sort of mode of transportation, maybe, but as of right now, they're just trying to play it very, very safe. Psycho is going to be the one to make the first move. He's going to be a frontliner wearing the bikini as well, just going to distract him with how good he looks, and with that, once again, should be able to secure this kill. He does take a lot of extra damage there, but in the end, he gets the job done. So the bikini killer right there is going to be able to secure that 4th kill. Actually, all 4 kills are secured by him. So the bikini killer, definitely, I think that's definitely going to be his nickname from now onwards, and the squadron team is not going to be too happy about getting eliminated that way. So, but either way, great stuff coming in from Psycho. They are definitely showing us his psychotic side. So once again, team number 22 in a really, really great spot right now, but they do have to rotate to the zone in about a minute and a half. So if the teams do decide to rotate to this side, I think they might be in a little bit of trouble just because they've established themselves in this spot quite confidently. So it doesn't look like there is much of any teams really looking to contest. Maybe team number 18 or team number 19, I believe that I saw there. But with that, the TTS team right now getting pressured by OPEX once again. Everywhere they go, they seem to be looking for a fight, and Nate's coming in as well. The TTS team right now struggling a little bit. Nate's coming in as well. Very connect. It does connect on Nam here. Nam does take quite a bit of damage, but he should be able to heal it up quite easily. And team number 11 now, the Hit team also making their way downtown, driving fast. Faces past and is homebound, if anyone knows that song, but I don't think so. Anyway, with that, Rico right now holding the building right at the high ground. He has a really good cover. Can definitely take them by surprise coming up this staircase. You never know where these players are going to be playing. They can play at the staircase, behind the staircase, or even in the side rooms as well. So it's going to be definitely very difficult for Unknown to kind of figure out where this player might be. So you can see even Nam pre-firing, because it's a very dangerous angle to come into, and sometimes you can even lose 2 players almost at once. And with that, we can see the rest of the OPEX team cleaning up. The rest of team number 15, they are getting aggressive, getting those kills once again, but they've only added 1. I believe there's another few more players actually coming in from the side of TTS, so let's see whether they're able to get themselves out of this sticky situation. But Unknown is definitely ready. I mean, you can see him pre-firing and waiting for someone to peek. He's even pre-firing to make sure that he gets into a good position right now, but for right now, looks like he is definitely struggling. But with that, is he going to be able to finally get this kill? So Rico right now, you can see Nam has a better angle, and Nam definitely going to secure that kill. So with that, Rico is going to go down. Where is the rest of team number 15? They're quite far away, as you can see on the minimap. So with that, they're going to easily secure those 2 kills, and with that, the Arsenal team also moving quite close by. So is team number 11, and with that, OPEX once again showing their dominance, showing their aggression, and they're already up to 7 kills here, taking 2 players down on the side of TTS. So great stuff coming out from them. So with that, now we'll be taking a look at the ISL team. So let's see if they're going to be able to basically make some sort of a miracle and maybe try to secure some more points for their teams. Right now, they're in a 12-team situation, so they need to definitely go further. Maybe would be happy with the 3rd place, 4th place finish, definitely, but they might even be looking to get into one of those heal battles, maybe keep someone behind, but it depends all on the zone and where they basically, how much luck they can accumulate for themselves. But with that, the side of Doom or Zeus right now just chilling in the water, trying to analyze the situation. As you can see, Pelzan taking a lot of damage here. Looks like he did manage to take a body shot from some sort of a sniper rifle there, because he did lose quite a bit of his HP quite fast. And if they start pressuring this, actually shooting this vehicle, he might actually go down. So he needs to be very, very careful. And you can see the Doom team also, 2 of them now chilling in the water at the moment, and even Pasta looking for another Pasta chicken dinner as far as you can see. But they are going to be playing out in the open, and with that, they are going to start getting into their vehicles and start rotating. But can they assist Pelzang here is the question. Do they want to take the risk? Because these teams, we have definitely seen them being able to pinpoint spray at this distance. So it's something definitely to look out for. And Pasta right now trying to find or create some sort of cover, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Looking over the side of ISL, not exactly sure whether the players are there or not. But with that, looks like the Zeus team is on the high ground, so they might be able to shoot Muffin in the back here if they do finally get to the position that they need to. As you can see, the Hit team also, Abhi just spraying with that 4 scope on the N416, definitely something that you need to have. And MaFiA Pasta taking some damage from a different team, might have been OPEX as far as we can see, but with that, team number 17, actually one of the players almost goes down, I believe, the Code Blacks team. With that, they're going to start slowly backing down the hill at the moment, and with that, MaFiA loses Pasta, so he's going to get knocked, and whether they're going to be able to get the revive or not is going to be a bit of a question, but they are in the zone at the moment, so you can see Elusio here going to go for that revive, and I don't think they're going to be able to secure the kill, but in the meantime, Heat does lose one of their players. It is going to be Punisher getting punished for a little bit of over-aggression right there, and once again, we'll be moving into the Code Blacks team, and with that, Atom looks to be in a little bit of trouble. They did lose Prince though, so right now they are sandwiched between a few teams, so they're going to be trying to provide Atom with some sort of support, but Atom does manage to get killed off there, and with that, CB losing two of their players almost immediately. You can see the Deno team also right behind them, 13 ISL team also just to their right, so they are literally in sandwich heaven right here. So basically getting the club sandwich of all club sandwiches, because usually one sandwich has 2 slices, they are getting 4 slices. So with that, let's see how the rest of the teams are going to be doing. We're going to take a look at the STMC team after their brilliant fight against the side of soldiers on the high ground just outside of Georgepur right now, looking to pressure 187. So 187 team also looking to get some points on the board, so not sure how they've been doing, but with that, almost every single team has almost, actually, if you look at it, 6 teams have all 4 of their players, and the rest of the teams losing at least a minimum of 1. So RGC Deno and MaFiA both losing one of their players. Irby, YSL and NA Frag Code Blacks right now with only 2 players available. So a lot of these teams still falling quite silent, and with that, taking a look at the side of team number 19 here, it's going to be DVB. So, or BVD, sorry. So with that, let's see if they're going to be able to pressure anyone, but they are inside the zone. They're in a pretty decent position, to be honest, but they just need to be careful about the side of STMC looking at them and trying to pressure them. So that's why you can see Iro, or Uncle Iro from Avatar, definitely just finding himself some cover here to work with and just getting out of that line of sight that the side of STMC might have. But with this position that they're in right now, there is no real way for them to kind of third party, get those kills, get those, free knocks, free kills without putting their team in danger. So might become a little bit more difficult, but with that, once again, Hero, you can see he's really paranoid about the side of STMC maybe pressuring them, so because of that, he's going to move into the buggy, into the container just to create some cover. And once again, we can see the side of Zeus finally getting into some action, looking to pressure the side of MaFiA. We knew that this was going to happen because they were holding that high ground, but with that, we can see Doom Zeus, he seems to be stuck in a very, very difficult spot here in the zone, so he's going to have to deal with the MaFiA team on his own. He's going to be coming in from the sea, so let's see whether he's going to be able to make himself into some sort of safety by just swimming into shore. But once again, we're going to come into the STMC team, who's able to manage to knock one player here from the side of 187, and you can see them still taking damage. I believe it might be the CB team that's actually shooting them there in the back, but with that, I think they might be able to get the revive because they do have a decent amount of cover to work with. Once again, Sam not letting him go, not making it easy whatsoever, looking for Thuli to move out into the open from this little cabin that he was in. So let's see whether they're going to keep their focus there or try to look at multiple areas. You can see already even Psycho dropping down the smokes. They want to get into the zone as soon as possible. They don't want to be dilly-dallying in the moment here. Obviously, they don't want to go in with the zone because that's a lot of pressure to definitely deal with, especially when it's a 5th zone and you can take so much damage. But with that, they're going to be getting into their vehicles. Let's see whether they're going to be able to make it through the side of 187 easily. But with that, Sam does go down. They're going to immediately have to stop and maybe pick Sam up, but I think someone else is going to have to make that decision. As you can see, even F-Tool actually going down. He's going to get killed almost completely by team number 19 here, which is going to be the DVB team or BBD team. So with that, let's see whether they're going to be able to find the rest of the... Okay, so it was DVB, sorry, my mistake. And with that, team number 10, 187 right now catching out Psycho. Psycho also goes down, and now STLC in a nightmare of a situation with only 2 of their players stuck here. They do have 2 buggies to work with, but they know they can't be driving into that open area into the zone because they get sandwiched between 2 different teams. So 187 right there, getting some free kills, return payback right there. And with that, Mamata takes out Godzilla with a nade. So is he going to be able to convert into points once again? And now Thuli firing away, and he's actually managing to knock one there on the side of team number 12. So can he get more? He's looking for another one as well. Has the N4, gets another kill for his team. So great stuff coming in from Thuli. He's going to be able to get the kill. I think that was the ISL team. So Callum was the one who died in the end. But anyway, with that, Mamata does manage to get down Kaspi as well. So a lot of action definitely going. 187 also doing a lot of damage as far as you can see, and with that, the hit team also really pressuring STMC. I think STMC also getting eliminated right there. So once again, now we have the DVB team looking at team number 10, which is the 187 team. They know that they have to come into the zone, so they have the advantage right here, but they need to be careful. There's still another 7 teams left alive, or 6 if you don't consider them. So definitely a lot to consider, a lot to think about in terms of how to close, because there's still quite a bit of room to work with in terms of where the zone has ended. There's a lot of room to play with, a lot of cover to work with, especially with these trees, the foliage, the hills. So definitely not the worst zone we have seen. So a lot of opportunities for teams to do something here. And with that, we do see Vendetta still with the Bison. A lot of bullets to work with. So let's see whether he can work some magic with the Bison. At the moment, we're looking towards the Deno side, and the ISL team actually still alive. We can see Mamata and Jimmy just a little far away. I think one of them just got knocked and they were able to revive them, but not sure how the I believe the 187 team was able to knock one of the players all the way there without having an angle, but I think it was maybe a bug in the kill feed. But with that, we're going to be coming to the Cold Black team with only Roma once again always seeming to be the last man standing, and the hit team taking a lot of damage. Team number 21 now driving up is going to be I believe the OPEX team. So OPEX team right now in a bit of a pickle. With that, Roma does have 4 medkits to work with. So what is he going to do? What's the decision he's going to make? He has boosted up. He needs to either try and take the fight, get some kills, or get into the zone and start doing something, pressuring some teams. But I think he might go for the heal battle here. So OPEX on the low ground, Matrix trying to pressure them, but immediately gets taken down, and with that the hit team is going to get eliminated. And once again the OPEX team getting a decent amount of points. Actually no, the hit team is not eliminated. They still have 2 more players to work with, and with that the OPEX team losing Nam and Allure, and as we say that Toxin also goes down. So once again it's only going to be the unknown left alive on the side of OPEX, and with that a nade coming in as well, immediately knocking the player once again. He actually had to cancel the revive right there. So OPEX in a little bit of a tight spot, but I think they should be able to recover quite well if they can make it. So once again another nade coming in, this time from Viper. Viper this time nading the DVB team. So let's see whether it's going to work out. So another nade coming in. The nade does work. He does manage to get 2 knocks, I believe. He gets 2 of the players from DVB if I'm not mistaken. So Laconic actually gets killed and Nanu actually gets knocked down. So once again another nade coming in just to try and secure those kills, and now Vendetta only left on the side of DVB. And you can see the Dino team now slowly making their way onto the high ground. Even the OPEX team still having knocks, but they are still alive. So you can see some of these players even losing the helmets that they had, and the OPEX team now slowly picking up the pieces, trying to fix them, trying to fix the damage done from the hit team. But with that, team number 10 or team number 20 now moving forward a little bit, trying to get into Arkham's area. So let's see with the 187 with all 4 of their players, can they create an opportunity for chicken dinner? They definitely have the numbers to do so, and will they be able to is the question. So the OPEX team is also still on the low ground, so definitely a lot of room for these teams to still either win or lose. So anything can definitely happen, and maybe we might even see another 1 versus 4 coming out. So right now they're just playing very slowly. The zone should be closing and forcing these teams into the circle, but with that definitely no opening to come in to try and take these fights. But now the 187 team needs to start moving forward. Arkham is going to take a little bit of damage from an aid, but with that the OPEX team is going to get pressured from the high ground, and I think they almost got taken down if I'm not mistaken. So looks like they did get cleared off. No, they still have 1 more player left alive on the low ground there, and with that team number 20 right now trying to pick up the rest of their team. So there's a chance here for Thuli to get this kill, and he is definitely going to pick it up. So stealing that kill, and with that 187 with 12 kills on the board, and still another 5 players left alive. So a lot of kills that they can still secure and make this a huge game. So team number 20, as you can see, and Thuli overexposing himself for a little bit, and with that he almost pays the price. He gets taken down, and with that the OPEX team as well as team number 20 in the low ground right there. Now once again Thuli, he should get picked up. Is he going to get aggressive here? Looks like he is, and now the OPEX player has a chance to bring down Viper, but how is he going to execute it? Yes, he is definitely going to get killed on the on Viper here, and once again who is it? It's going to be Unknown. So Unknown now trying to turn things around. Once again finds out another player stuck in the open. The spray comes in, but it's not going to be good enough. The OPEX team is going to get eliminated with 13 kills, and 187 still on their last legs with 2 players, with 1 more player left. So is 187 going to take this victory, or will the DBB player able to get this 1 versus 2? It's going to be Vendetta. He's going to need a Vendetta to try and get this 1 versus 2, but he's in a really disfavorable position. As you can see, he gets 1. Can he get the second though? No, he cannot. And with that, it looks like we have our first game's winner. It's going to be Team 187, and what a performance coming out from them. So great stuff. Definitely a very well deserved chicken dinner right there. Non-stop action, and that is definitely how we want to start off the day.
What a match coming in from 187. A new chicken dinner team again, and having a decent amount of kills. They played it really well, and I think Raiko, the team's manager, he used to talk and he used to say that 187 really needs to step up. If not, we are not going to qualify to the finals, and it's going to be the same thing once PMCO starts. But right now, they have proved themselves, being able to get that chicken dinner. Surely this is going to boost themselves in the table as well. So let's see how the rest of the 3 games go. One game doesn't change everything. You still have so many games to go. Other teams are still competing. So 3 more matches to go. And next up we have the Sanhok match. So we'll be seeing how Sanhok goes through. And what a performance coming in from RGC OPEX. Literally they played it like a classic match, I would say. I mean, whatever team came through, whatever third party came through, they took the fight, they stood their ground, and they were able to come into third position. DVB surviving in that little bit of nick of time. He would have almost clutched 187, but really well played by 187 Esports to get that chicken dinner under their name. Much badly needed chicken dinner for them, and they were able to get it. So 3 more matches to go. Let's see if we are going to get a new chicken dinner team. Definitely that will be interesting to see. And definitely, I think it was Hitte with 6 massive kills over there for his team, 187 Esports. So Hitte definitely doing a number over there. So let's see how the rest of the matches go. So stay tuned, guys. We'll be back with Sanhok. That's going to be really, really interesting to see how the fights are going to go. I mean, we saw early fights in this in Erangel itself. So Sanhok, let's not talk about it yet. Let's find out. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be back shortly.
Switch to the best internet experience in Maldives. Because it's not fun when your internet's slow. Have less buffering, more fun.
again. Hello everyone and welcome back. We are here with the second match that's going to be Sanhok, the smallest map in PUBG Mobile, and unexpected chicken dinner coming in from 187 Esports. Nicely played and well executed chicken dinner, but nevertheless I think RGC OPEX is still climbing and catching up points to reach the tabletop spot. With that, I think I saw ISSL also getting the 100 mark just after that first match. They were on 91, but now they are on 101. I think if I'm not wrong, we'll be able to see the standings in a while on the stream. But with that, about Sanhok, we saw MacPen get the Sanhok chicken dinner from the last time. What do you think, Daga? Any predictions of a team? I think I'm going to keep my bets on MacPen because they played pretty well, Sanhok.
To be honest, I think it definitely can change. I mean, even if they did play Sanhok well last time, I think there is going to be a lot of deciding factors: the zone, the rotations, where they land, how they play, which teams they run into. Everything will definitely play a part in the game. I mean, even last time when they won, they were basically in a very good position just because of the fact that they were able to third party quite a few teams and clear off teams, and then even the fights that they took were mostly 4 against 2, 4 against 1 situations like that. I mean, not taking away from the chicken dinner. I mean, getting a chicken dinner itself in this kind of level is a huge achievement, but if you're looking at what possible outcomes they could run into, it's very likely. I mean, right now in terms of consistency, one team that has been really consistent throughout has been the OPEX team. So I think in terms of being a like analyzing and just being a caster in general, I think they would be the safe bet. But I am going to go out of my way because I have this huge thing for underdogs, and I think a new team is going to win again in this Sanhok map. Let's see. Let's wait and see. I guess the results will show for itself, I think.
Yeah, probably. I think with that we'll be seeing definitely a new team. And looking at the way the teams are going in, there is nobody going to be in boot camp at the moment. So boot camp is going to be totally free. For the rest of the teams, I think it's going to be, if I'm not wrong, MacPen has decided to change their drop location. They're going into a Scow. I think they are right now testing the teams out. But it's going to be against Frag Code Blacks. It's not going to be an easy fight as Code Blacks literally know Scow left, right, center because of, the last tournament that was Red Bull. They have played more than enough Sanhok matches to memorize Scow from where you peek and where you can shoot. So let's see how Code Blacks is going to do against MacPen. It's going to be a Sri Lanka versus Bhutan situation. Bhutan's one of their finest teams is going to be MacPen. I think the first team to qualify into BMCO from Bhutan is going to be MacPen. So let's see how's it going to go over here, Daga.
Yeah, definitely. I think having some early game action is always very exciting. So let's see which team is going to be able to come out on top, whether they can come out on top without losing any casualties. But obviously, Khao being one of those locations where you have so much to work with, and there is going to be someone just lurking around a corner, and you're never sure exactly where, unless you know 100% where the players are going to be settled in. And it's very difficult because one moment you see a player in one location, and the next moment they can be in a completely different building. So they need to be very careful. Their coordination definitely needs to be on point, and with that you can see Atom Mori taking a decent amount of damage and finally finding something to replenish that lost HP. But with that, once again we'll be going to his side, so you can see them being very careful and just making sure not to overexpose themselves. They're looking at different angles and trying to clear them, but sometimes just peeking a window is always not going to be favorable, because even if you are pre-aimed there, the person who decides, as you know, I think everyone who plays at this level should be knowing about the peeker's advantage. And definitely with the variation in pings, there's going to be a lot of differences in terms of who comes out on top. It doesn't matter whether you're aiming at a location first, you can die within a second and not even know it. So definitely going to be interesting to see who comes out on top anyway with that. And with that, we'll be taking a look at the rest of the MacPen team, who seems to be dealing with the LND team. This time all 4 players from LND have shown up, so let's see whether they can post a big game in the Sanhok game. So right now they have given away quite a few games. I believe they've given up at least 3 games. Last time they had to leave to play different tournaments, so because of that they lost out on 2 different games. And today also in the first game they were only playing with 2 players who died almost immediately. So definitely a big problem there. And once again, Unknown this time showcasing his latest design in terms of fashion. So definitely we'll be taking a look at that when we get the chance to. But with that, we're going to be keeping a look at Veleska at the moment. So he does have an AK, so very strong weapon, especially off spawn. I think more than getting an M4, even getting an AK in this sort of situations is always going to be very beneficial, because you don't know what kind of loot the enemy team is going to get. But one thing you can be sure of, it's not always going to be great, because if everyone could get level 3 helmets off spawn, I think they'll all be very good off. So I think there might be quite a few players even without helmets at this point. So going for those headshots and 7-point guns, just being able to one-shot headshot you is always going to be a very strong weapon, and obviously in close range, all you need to do is aim for the head, and even if one stray bullet hits, it's going to do so much damage. So with that, we'll be taking a look at Momo. He has a nade ready, so he's just going to chuck it in. I don't think there's going to be anyone in this building. The CB team has retreated all the way back, so giving McPen a lot of room to work with. So I think Momo might need to be a bit careful, but we can see the CB team just avoiding the fight altogether, just getting a buggy and rotating out, and they've done this quite a bit. So they really like playing smart, they really like playing safe. So if there's a fight that they can't really take, they're not going to take it. So as you can see, two of these players already, including Pelzan, doesn't even have a helmet. So in a way, the CB team actually not even completely backing off. They're just looking for an opportunity. So looks like they're not as passive as my first impression seems to be, but I think they're just securing the rotation for the rest of the players. So with that, they will back off. So once again, definitely a very good decision coming into this situation, just because you know that you only have a few more chances to make it to that top 16. So with that, we'll be taking a look at the LND team. Finally, we do have the rest of the players. Actually, no, we're missing one. So only it's going to be Aladdin, Megatron, and Dila, the three players on the side of LND. So not sure what's going on with them, but definitely giving up a huge opportunity here in this tournament. So let's see what they can do with the trio that is available to them, whether they can make an impression on us or whether they can make an impression on the tournament itself. But right now, things don't look too great in terms of how they were playing. So let's see how the rest of it goes. Keeping their eyes on the side of McPen at the moment, seeing whether anyone will rotate out in the open. But I think they were spotted out by Pasta last time, so they would 100% know that if they rotate this way, that there'll be a team waiting for them. As you can see, the LND team really in some strong locations. So, if anyone gets caught out, they're 100% going down. So as you can see, even Aladdin running a double M4, one probably for close range and one for long range. So he can definitely have the best of both worlds here if he wants to, freeing up a little bit of inventory space. But I think if he gets the opportunity, he'll probably switch to a different gun. But anyway, with that, just a little bit of slow-paced games here. Very interesting to see in Sanhok for sure. And with that, we can see the DVB team currently, they have taken shelter in boot camp right now. So all this free loot, all these free goodies going their way, and they are going to be nothing but happy. I mean, boot camp, when you land with like 7 or 8 teams, is no loot central. But when you get it all to yourself, you get everything that you want and more. I mean, multiple M4s, multiple M7s, AKMs, whatever you want, you get everything. And even flares if you need, like in normal casual games, you can get so many flares as well. So, and it's a very strong powerhouse location. I mean, it's so difficult to approach. It's very difficult to get into any sort of position to deal with the team, especially if they know what they're doing. And we've seen teams who know what they're doing against teams that don't know what they're doing in boot camp, and there's always a huge difference with how they clean up teams. So usually if they get one knock, they can clear out the entire team almost in the next 10 seconds. But sometimes we just see teams knock one guy, the other team knock another guy, and then they stare at each other for about 3 minutes, and then they keep staring at each other for another few minutes, and then they realize, oh, we need to go because of the zone, and then they start rotating. Then one guy gets killed. They're like, okay, just leave him. We don't need him. And a lot of disastrous plays. But anyway, with that, DVB right now super happy, getting all the loot in the world. So they're going to be holding down this location for quite a while. And with that, we'll be taking a look at the last game's winners. It's going to be 187. Definitely on a very strong high. But as we mentioned it, the BIP team coming, running, and he's going to immediately start proning. He's going to be Unique Boy stuck in the open. But he does manage to get some cover. But immediately the trade is there. So they're going to lose 2 on the side of 187. So BIP team might be getting a little bit aggressive here. They might look to get these kills, but immediately the revives coming through. Can they get to Hite is the question. Hite, last time we saw him with a huge performance, and the BIP team also right now with that Wish coming in, securing that kill, and Unique Boy getting picked up as well. So the BIP team trying to get super aggressive, and the nade might come in. Viper might not be expecting this, might be a perfectly cooked nade, trying to force him to peek, and he does get connected, so he does take a little bit of damage. I think he 100% knows, and a failed nade there. Is he going to get caught to his own nade? Oh no, Funky, what are you doing? No, don't go there. Oh my god, he does so much damage to his own teammate. A disaster happening on the side of Herbib. Could have been a disaster, but oh my god, with that, they are going to need to start maybe slow down and heal. With that, Destro getting third party as well. He's going to get taken out. It's going to be the STMC side. Destro and Unique Boy both getting taken out. What am I watching right now? And with that, the STMC team taking a lot of damage. Looks like the 187 team assisting the side of Herbib a little bit. But right now, they're in a really tough spot. And the Herbib team not going to be too happy about how things turned out. And I think, Adil, you have something to say, so I'll let you say it.
I mean, I can imagine what right now Wish is telling Funky for that nade. I mean, I can imagine hundreds of things coming from Wish right now. I'll definitely be asking him after the game. But let's see how it goes towards Erbu's way. I mean, I think the right call was Erbu had that fight against 187 along with Unique Boy and Destro also being there for them. But I think STMZ third parting and doing some damage towards Erbu. Now Erbu will have to step up their game, and 187 getting the chicken dinner. If they go for too soon in this match, it's not going to be really good for them. I mean, it won't balance up the scales. It will only make it even. So let's see how 187 Esports is going to get out of this tricky situation right now. I mean, as expected in Sanhok, you get a lot of fights, back-to-back fights, third parties, because you can hear the gun sounds just as you're rotating. And with that, as I told about third parties, we can see Team Hit Mad is also coming in from the high-end location on towards the compounds of 187 and Erbu. So let's see how it goes to them. So Wish and Funky still surviving it through, and 187 Esports. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely a very unfortunate situation there. I don't think Wish is going to be too happy about how that turned out. But with that, 187 actually getting a get out of jail free card right there through the hands of STMC, who was able to put a dent into the side of Erbib, getting 2 free kills and then just rotating out without losing any sort of casualties or using too much resources. So really great play coming out from them. But with that, I think the rest of the side is also approaching. Team number 13, I believe, was the ISL team. So they are also in the general area. And right now, the Erbib team, it looks like they have run out of gas. I mean, to be honest, the gas was siphoned out of the vehicle right there. So really unfortunate for them. I mean, they were looking to get some really quick 4 kills there because they had a huge advantage going in, even taking down Hite right there. I mean, huge damage done to the side of 187, but weren't able to convert just because of one small misplay right there coming in. And with that, we do see Mamata going down, getting shot here. They need to smoke him and maybe try to get him picked up as soon as possible. So you can see not even holding back on the smokes. Definitely the smart decision they can make to cover him up and make sure that there is not another team coming from a different area to try and pressure them. So I believe it might have been the Erbib team that did knock Mamata right there while he was rotating out. I think Funky had a very good angle. So maybe that might have not been the best idea, because this has definitely brought the attention of the ISL team. And with that, team number 22 STMC team is also looking. So they're also getting quite close. And we can see the LND team finally going up against OPMF on the other side. So there's quite a little bit of action happening all throughout the map at the moment. So with that, we'll be taking a look there. So OPMF team, as you can see, they have lost. I think Ohage is the name that I'm looking at. I'm not 100% sure.
It's
Age. Okay. It's Age. Sorry. So Age, I'm extremely sorry for destroying your name or butchering it. But with that, the LND team doesn't seem to have even moved an inch from where they were holding, and we can see Dilia taking a little bit of damage, but the angle is super difficult to deal with, and he was able to use that little the cement from the fence, obviously, to create some cover for him. But with that, the OPMF team is going to start rotating. So they have come all the way to Kao, it looks like. So both the teams that were in Kao seems to have kind of rotated their own ways. So it's going to be interesting to see who comes up here. And now Megatron once again with an iron sight, looking to fight up against Berserk, and Berserk does take a lot of damage. He gets knocked up by Aladdin right here. So great stuff coming in from Aladdin, but I don't think they'll be able to secure that kill. So right now, they're just going to be holding their location once again. I mean, I don't know how players have the patience to just kind of stay in one spot for such a long time. I, of course, get very, very easily distracted, and I need to move around a little bit and just, make sure I'm just moving left to right even a little bit. So staying in one spot is definitely not something that works for me. But if it works for your team, I mean, definitely don't fix it. I mean, if it works, it works, end of the day. So let's see if they're going to be able to convert any more kills. It's a 3-on-3 situation for them. So they're playing very, very safe just because of the fact that they only have 3 players. That could be the case. But anyway, their loot pool, their resources must be very, very low at the moment, because it was 3 players looting the same area from spawn itself. So they've been here for quite a while, and they've been pressuring for quite a while. They must be out of ammo and almost out of smokes and nades, or not even have too much. So I think they might want to start making a move very soon, and without spending too much time here trying to keep OPMF. But in the end, yeah, so OPMF needs to move to the zone, so does the LND team. So end of the day, this doesn't really work out for either team. So with that, Moscow is definitely going to make the smarter choice and start rotating. And I think we saw Tina 25 also close by. But with that, once again, the standoff 187 versus the Urbif team. So Urbif team, as we could remember, were in a decent spot. So Viper taking a lot of damage as well. As you can see, I believe Wish taking those shots at the moment, some free shots right there. But in the end, the Urbif team, they wanted 4 free kills, but in the end ended up losing 2 of their players. So big downside to them having to play as a duo at the moment. And you can see Thule actually gets taken out by Funky. So now it's a 2-on-2 situation. Will they get aggressive is the question. Wish wants to go. Wish wants to take advantage of the situation because they know if one person is reviving, it means that the other person is going to be the 1v1. But with that, Wish takes a lot of damage here, and with that, the rest of the players also moving in. So Wish, he makes the mistake of jumping. No, he wanted to jump and fire to the side, but he accidentally ended up climbing. Disaster for the side of Urbif, and I'm not even 100% sure what happened to Funky. Maybe he got killed in the rotation, but here we see the instant replay right there. So definitely not working out. He wanted to jump to the left, but ended up jumping inside. Definitely 100% not what he wanted, but it happens to the best of us. And with that, the Urbif team is going to be the second team to get eliminated from the Sanhok map. He is going to be furious about what just happened. I mean, even maybe if they had the opportunity to throw a few nades, I think they probably ran out of nades at that point as well. But really wasted opportunity going down there. I mean, not even getting a chance to do anything. And with that, the Urbif team definitely going back to the drawing board. But with that, MaFiA gets knocked once again, this time from the side of STMZ. So looks like they are getting pressured. But with that, they are getting third party as well. No, it was actually Jimmy. Jimmy getting a really great angle. And you can see him taking one player down from the side of STMZ, just trying to take out this vehicle. And maybe the explosion can cause the other player to actually get taken out. So let's see if it actually works out that way. I don't think so. He does manage to get the pick up, and the revive is done, and now he's running out in the open, but he needs to revive. I mean, he needs to reload, and with that, he's not going to get the knock because of the hill, and the cover is there, and he's going to be able to rotate all the way around. It's going to be Sam, and with that, team number 18 also moving their way right now. I do believe it's a DVP team coming all the way from boot camp. Probably can hear the shots. So right with that, Jimmy reposition right now. He might be in a bit of danger if he's not careful, but right now, team number 22 getting a lot of cover, and you can see Jimmy just taking so much damage. He's immediately going to get knocked down from the DVP team, and the DVP team is going to secure 1 kill that way, and now MaFiA getting finally picked up, and now it's going to be Reza and Azwin once again left to deal with this situation. They have picked up MaFiA, so MaFiA is going to heal up and fix himself, and now they know that there's another team in the general area, and Jimmy is not going to be too happy about that. But what do you expect in Sanhok? It happened to the Urbif team, and now it's happening to the ISSL team. So if you don't take fights fast, and if you don't finish it off quickly, it's going to be definitely third party central as far as you can see. And now Azwin holding the high ground. The DVP team might be looking to actually rotate here, but they don't really need the loot in terms of how well they are kitted up at the moment. But with that, they'll be holding the line right now. And as we can see, one player, I believe it's going to be Psycho, who needs to move into the zone. So, but it's only the third zone, so he can stay there for quite a while, to be honest, if he has the healables to work with. And with that, MaFiA getting into cover right now, trying to get into a much better position. But with that, looks like they want to back off, reposition themselves, and look for a better opportunity. Are they going to let the side of STMC go? Looks like it might be the case here, and MaFiA does get back. And now the CB team also starting a fight with the hit team. As you can see, the LND Esports getting eliminated as well. So definitely having a rough day for them. They did manage to get 2 points at least before they went down. And now, as you can see, TTS Chaos does get taken out here. Team number 11, once again, the hit team doing a bit of damage to them. So not expecting them to run out in the open. They thought they had a chance, but in the end, they did manage to get taken out. Now Rico, once again, is going to start peeking, but he's not going to be able to do too much. He does take a little bit of damage, I think, just to the west. As you can see, just a little bit of chip damage, but he's going to fix himself by boosting up using one of those energies. So with that, 40% boost is available. He should be good enough to fix that remaining health that he has lost. And with that, rotating to the rest of the team, grabbing the buggies. I think they don't want to spend too much time here. Hit team is completely focused on them. They want them to focus on someone else and maybe then look for a different opportunity. So Rico right now looking for a different angle, accidentally driving into the tree right there, just kind of delaying his rotation a little bit. But as you can see, going along with the zone right there, trying to be as safe as possible. And with that, we are going to be coming to Unknown, our mythic fashion legend. So let's see whether the OPEX team so far have been quite quiet. We haven't seen too much out of them in the Sanhok map, but we might start seeing some action as the ISSL team has come by. They are quite close. The STMC team also needs to come. I don't think they spotted out the ISSL team yet, and with that, the CB team also quite close by. And we know that these players really love to get aggressive. So I think Elion, as you can see, has already maybe figured out that Azwin has peeked from that corner. So he's definitely going to be looking at, if he does overextend, he's going to definitely punish them. So hopefully he also doesn't climb by accident and gets taken out. But I highly doubt it at this skill level. But with that, we'll be going into the side of BT. So Bullet Track team right now approaching the fight between MaFiA and team number 18 here. So not sure what team number 18 was, but anyway, they'll be moving their way into the zone, bypassing a lot of these unnecessary engagements, and they'll be able to most probably make a safe rotation. So it's the OPMF team number 18 with just one more player left. I believe they were the ones who were able to eliminate LND in the end, so getting 3 kills there, so most probably. But with that, the OPMF team, we couldn't check. Unfortunately, I wasn't paying attention, so I couldn't check how many players they had left. And with that, Rico right now being looked at by Godzilla. So Godzilla right now looking to throw some meteors their way. Will he be able to do anything? So far, Zeus team once again quieting down. So I mean, we've seen some really good performances from them here and there. We've had some moments of magic coming out from them, but so far in terms of overall performances, I think it's a little bit disappointing for a lot of their fans. But let's see if they can definitely deliver today on all cylinders. And with that, Moscow right now getting pressure. The zone, it hurts. This zone is definitely going to start hurting a lot, so he needs to be moved very, very quickly, as you can see. Or is he going to just try to heal for as long as he possibly can? And we can see OPEX starting their battle against ISSL as well, bringing down Azwin here was Aliyun, as you can see. And with that, they do manage to get one more knock. So there's a lot of fighting happening somewhere. And the CB team also bringing down one of the players on the side of team number 20. So a lot of engagements happening all over. And with that, it looks like the DVB team is up against the team number 20 at the moment inside Paradise. So they're going to be be very, very, very careful. It's going to be the Deno team that's getting pressured, as you can see. So DVB coming all the way around, and with that, he should be able to hear this play. He's going to get super aggressive. He just dumped down, so he hasn't. He's in a 1v1. He just managed to win it in the end. With that, the Deno team only has one more player left alive, and he's trying to finish off Hiro here, but he's going to be able to get help from Vendetta, and with that, the Deno team is going to get immediately cleaned up by the side of DVB. So great stuff coming out from them in the end, definitely getting some kills right there. So they have overall 5, and with that, we can see MaFiA now moving their way into the zone. So RGC Deno once again getting eliminated without any points whatsoever, and now we're going to be taking a look at Valeska. So remember, MaFiA was the team that Adil had his money on, and with that, Valeska missing some easy shots right there. Definitely should have been a knock, but with that, the BT team almost getting out there, but immediately going to get taken down. So he does get the knock, so Valeska redeeming himself, and with that, one more player goes down. Dila goes down on the side of BT, and now it's definitely a fire fest for Valeska. Should be some easy kills, but once again missing some very uncharacteristical shots here coming out from him, but he is able to amend the mistake and manages to bring down Nemo as well. So in the end, they do manage to secure 4 kills there. The entire BT team getting eliminated. So once again, we'll be coming into the side of team number 21, the OPEX team. They have secured 4 kills themselves. So with that, they are going to get cleaned out. So great stuff coming out from OPEX right there. Not sure exactly who they went up against. Looks like the SDMC team was the team that they ran into. So they cleared them up almost completely, and now they are going to have all 4 of their players. They have control of the main building, and what a beautiful angle coming out from Toxin, and Vendetta is going to get taken out. He was having such a great game, but immediate great positioning coming out from Toxin is going to reward him with a free kill right there. So the OPEX team once again, they just seem to find a way to do things just in their own unique style, and that is definitely working out for them. So once again, Nate coming in from Toxin. Is it going to do some damage? Almost does. So with that, SCMC does get eliminated with 3 points, as we can see. They were able to get 2 kills from the Urbib side, but now are they going to get aggressive on the side of DVB, or how are they going to play this is the question. So with that, looks like they're deciding to go out in a little bit in the open area, use this rock as cover. They need to move a little bit more forward if they want to get in the zone, but the DVB team is going to be holding them at bay. Once again, Nate coming out in the open, and with that, Unknown almost getting caught out. Beautiful spray coming in, but Unknown does get taken down. Is there support coming in from Nam here? Yes, there is going to be definitely support coming in. OPEX once again clearing out the side of DVB with 3 kills almost immediately, and now with that, Unknown needs to start crawling his way into the zone. They need to get him picked up, and they want to have 4 players coming into this end game. Definitely, I mean, there is only 7 more players alive, including 4 from OPEX. Only 3 teams left. So where did all the teams go? What happened? I mean, there was so much happening all at once that we missed quite a bit. But even MaFiA getting eliminated right there, I believe maybe from the CB team. So the Code Blacks team also in a bit of a difficult position right now. I do believe it's a full team versus a duo versus a solo. So Atom is on his own. So right now, if the Zeus team and the Atom and the CB team don't focus on on OPEX is definitely going to add to their 3rd chicken dinner given the situation right here. So as long as OPEX plays this smart, plays this slow, they have a really good chance of winning this, because the rest of the teams need to rotate into the zone. So it's going to be interesting to see how this definitely turns out. Will OPEX throw away their chicken dinner, or will they be able to secure it? I mean, right now they haven't done anything that has put their team in jeopardy. So I think that this might be a very comfortable win for them very, very soon. So once again, Nam is going to be looking. Zeus, let's go down to Atom this time. So another kill loss. So Atom is definitely going to be holding the line there. Definitely not the team he wanted to be firing at. But with that, let's see whether he's able to fix it or not. So with that, I think the Zeus team is definitely not going to be able to pick anyone up, and Godzilla going to decide to go for that heal battle, not give away his life, not give another free point to the OPEX team, and Atom is doing the same. So with that, looks like OPEX does manage to get the kill onto Wrath right there. So free kill coming there, and they also get Atom as well. So that's 10 kills overall for the side of OPEX, and I think Godzilla is definitely going to die in a heal battle, and OPEX is already celebrating. They know that they are definitely going to win this game so easy, fair and square. And with that, they do lose one to Godzilla, but in the end, he does get killed off. So 11 kills there, chicken dinner. Godzilla, I think, running out of medkits, does manage to sneak one by the side of OPEX. I think I'm not 100% sure whether he got the full kill or whether he died before, but either way, great stuff coming in from OPEX, and that is going to be their third chicken dinner. So they're tied with TM7 and definitely have 2 more games to add 1 more into it. So great stuff coming in from OPEX, and another well-deserved chicken dinner.
As expected, OPEX dropping down in Paradise and having that chicken dinner. And like you said, Raka, I think OPEX will be collecting a lot of chicken dinners tonight. I mean, 2 more matches to go. So we have Miramar and an Erangel. The next match being Miramar. I think Miramar is also a strong map for OPEX, where they used to chase down people like it was some normal Erangel map. Probably that is not how you play Miramar, but they don't care. They'll still chase people and they'll still go for the kills. That's called pure domination coming in from OPEX. And unfortunately, I think Unknown doesn't have a kill over there. I think on the kill leaders, he's actually on 21, and the current top fragger is Hites and Mad, I think, with 27 each. Yep. And now Unknown sitting in 21. He has 2 more games to go. So let's see how the night is going to end for him. I mean, Sanhok, he could have got a few more kills, but I think he did the damage. So let's see how the matches go in Miramar. And what a chicken dinner coming in from OPEX. As expected, they literally did it again. Third chicken dinner coming in from them. So I think at this point, all the fans are just being like, okay, just move on to the finals. Let's just get on with it and, crown the champion. So let's see how it goes with the rest of the teams. I mean, isn't there anyone right now to challenge OPEX for the chicken dinner? I mean, in Miramar and Erangel, I'm expecting 2 different teams to get the chicken dinner. So let's see how it goes for them. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be back shortly. Yep.
Switch to the best internet experience in Maldives. Because it's not fun when your internet's slow. Have less buffering, more fun.
hello everyone and welcome back to South Asia Wildcard Pro League Season 1. So that was a glitch, I think, on my computer. I couldn't, see for a minute. So we are here with Miramar. So the largest map. Now that we had a glimpse of the smallest map where RGC OPEX got their third chicken dinner, and definitely I think we'll be able to see the standings. They have topped the table right now with I think 173 points. So let's see if they're going to hit the 200 mark today. I mean, definitely going to see if they are able to hit the 200 mark. Right now, they are very confident in the way they play. They're literally not scared of any team. Even a team pushes them with nades, with moltos, whatever it is, they are ready to stand their ground and fight against. That too, with one of their main players not playing, that should be mentioned. Still, they're playing with a sub. They're trying him out. They're using all their players and playing and still dominating Dhaka.
Yeah, definitely something that was very interesting to hear. So not even playing with their main roster, using the sub, giving him some experience as well. And if they're doing this well with sub, I think we can expect a lot of great stuff coming out from them. I think the grand finals are going to be a completely different game from what we are spectating right now. I feel like even now at this point, a lot of teams are just experimenting. They're testing the waters. They're trying different things. They're trying to find new strategies, see if they work at this level. And it's very interesting to see that teams even have that sort of confidence to try things out in a tournament like this. That just shows like how far apart some teams are from the teams that have just entered into the international scene. So definitely amazing to see, amazing to hear. So looking forward to see how well they'll do, whether they are going to take the coveted prize home. I mean, in the end of the day, definitely going to be looking at their performances and how well they play. But with that, we do have Miramar underway, ladies and gentlemen. So not the most optimal flight path at the moment, but teams should be able to get where they need to, and they'll have a lot of time to loot up and start rotating. So obviously, once again, most probably we'll be seeing a lot of silence for the initial two zones, and then probably from there, we might see a few teams getting aggressive, namely OPEX. I think other than OPEX, I don't think I've seen a team that gets as aggressive as they do. I mean, other than the rivalries, that's in the initial spawn itself, right? So it's difficult. I mean, as far as I can remember, as far as I can think of, most of these teams, I think OPEX is a team that just gets really, really aggressive. I mean, I've seen Urbiv get a little bit aggressive at time to time, but sometimes it's the decisions that they make to get aggressive are really hindering them quite a bit. So it's going to be interesting to see how they execute the rest of the games. But so far, I mean, in terms of how most of the teams have played, including I think if you look at it, I think the teams that play the slowest are the Sri Lankan teams, to be honest, and all of these other teams, especially from Maldives and the other countries, are definitely playing a much faster paced game. So it's going to be interesting to see. But with that, anyway, the zone going all the way to the top left. I believe this is the first time we've gotten a Miramar map where it is centered on crater fields and water treatment. I don't think we've seen this before. We've seen the Los Leones zone. We've seen the zone moving towards Valley de Mar and obviously Al-Hazar as well. But I think this is the first time we've seen a zone like this. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams usually rotate, because I think from how most of these teams, most of them do prefer the lower half of Miramar over to the upper half. I very rarely see teams going to the upper half. So maybe there is some sort of secret there that I don't know about. But maybe Monkey might know. Monkey, any reason that teams favor the lower half instead of the upper half in Miramar?
I think it's more like because of the rotation. I think teams prefer, I mean, most of the time we see a zone coming in towards center and towards El Azhar, mostly towards that side or towards the bottom of Monte Nueno. Looking at an upper zone like this, where it might actually go to La Cobreria, I think it's very unique to see something like this, mostly in tournaments maybe. But let's see how I think with the flight path also, I think teams decided to drop somewhere close by, but the zone decides, okay, you all dropped here, I'm going to just put the zone over there. So literally we'll be seeing how the vehicles are going to rotate. I think at this point, CB looting El Azhar right now, easy rotate for them towards the center. I mean, if they start now with the loot that they have, pretty much they can get loot inside also, as La Cobreria is totally free right now.
Yeah, definitely. And a very interesting fact, I think the Squadrons team and the LND team both have dropped out for this game. So a few teams already just giving up their chances and definitely knowing when to call it quits. Definitely not the attitude you want to see coming out from teams like this, especially playing at this level. But end of the day, this is what happens. So, I mean, some teams just can't figure it out when they need to, and some teams just, cut their losses when they know that it's not going to work out. So end of the day, those two teams are going to drop off from this match. And with that, we'll be only seeing being 14 teams. So that is going to definitely lessen the amount of action that we can see and maybe the intensity that will come with it. So definitely not a positive day for those two teams, both Squadrons and LND. So from our point of view, obviously very disappointing, I think, to see Adil. But anyway, nothing much we can do about it. With that, we just can all we can do is just enjoy the action that's right in front of us. And with that, we'll be once again taking a look at the 187 team. Had a really strong start during the Erangel map. The Sanhok map didn't go super great for them because they did get pressure. They got pinched quite hard, so they weren't able to do anything towards the end. But with that, let's see how well they do in Miramar. And with that, we're going to be coming into the hit team. Hit team has been, how would you say, hit and miss. At certain points they've hit, and at certain points they've missed. So let's see how they do in the Miramar game. Obviously, a much more technical game to play here, a lot more decision making, and a lot more time to play. So let's see what sort of strategy they are going to be using to execute their plan here. I mean, they did pretty well in the last time we saw them when they played Miramar, but they did the best in Sanhok, if I'm not mistaken, where they got that chicken dinner. So they definitely missed that chance. So let's see how they do in today's game for Miramar. And with them close by is a very split Zeus team, and they're very confident with this. The Zeus team, they're very confident with splitting up as duo pods and just looting like that very independently, and then later on meeting up. But sometimes they can definitely pay the price for it, but seems to be working for them so far. So I think they're going to stick to that. And with that, the hit team is going to start rotating. It's going to be Max as well as Matrix who's going to start making their way onto the high ground. Maybe if they can spot out the Zeus team, they might be able to get a free kill. But given how far teams have been performing in terms of their gunfights, the quality of gunfights today have been a bit disappointing, to be honest. I mean, there were a lot of easy shots that a lot of teams missed and a lot of chances that went down. So with that, we do see Abi going down here. I believe the Zeus team is going to be the culprits for that, and immediately I think Max and Matrix might need to make their rotation there to try and help him out there. And is the Zeus team going to start basically crashing onto this team or not? So Mini 14 is ready for Titan R here, and no one is going for the revive on Abi as of yet, but Titan R is probably going to take this vehicle and try to get to him as soon as possible and not give the side of Zeus any more time to secure that kill. So unfortunate for Abi there, but I think he should be able to pick up, but it's going to be the first time he's going to go down. So the more he keeps going down, obviously the faster he's going to be bleeding out. But anyway, I think he should be able to get the pickup here. I think he should be able to. He's hesitating quite a bit. So I think the more time he takes, the more difficult it's going to be to take that decision. But with that, Abe with not much in terms of... oh, he gets killed. Okay. So very interesting. Anyway, with that, Wrath is going to secure that kill for his team. And I believe it would have been Godzilla who got the kill there initially. I'm not 100% sure. But either way, free kill going the way of the side of Zeus here. But team number 11, the hit team, really hesitating there to pick up the teammate. I mean, sure, it's a risk for sure, but I think end of the day, having 4 players is always going to be better. But sometimes you need to know when you want to cut your losses. But they were in two minds. They were like, okay, do I revive them or do I not? You know, the other two didn't even bother. One other player bothered. But yeah, anyway, with that, Zeus now up against Titan R here. Suddenly, I don't know how this happened because we saw Titan R going with the vehicle. So not sure how he got here all of a sudden. But either way, Nate coming in this time from Doom here. Is he going to be able to convert that? He had a chance to knock him with the Scar L, but actually missed quite a few shots. So because of that, once again, Titan R is going to be safe for the moment. He's going to have to go back into cover. He takes damage once again. He does have this little rock to play with. Actually, he has the vehicle to play with. So I think he rotated this way and then got pressured by Doom, and now he's stuck here in this 1v1. But the higher Doom goes, the more chance he has of exposing Titan R. But to be honest, it's going to be very difficult. And now Titan R closing the gap, as you can see right now, and he has a very difficult angle here. Doom, obviously with that foliage blocking his line of sight, and now he needs to get back and pop this medkit and make sure that he doesn't go down to Titan R, because I don't think there is anyone close by. So he's going to have to back up all the way, and he's going to be healing up. So looking at the drone cam as well, we can see that Titan R is slowly climbing his way up, trying to face off against Doom Zeus in this 1v1. So very confident play coming out from him to make a play like this, but he's in a much better position at the moment than where he was last time on the low ground. Luckily, the foliage from the tree is helping him out there, so making it a little bit difficult. But so far, a little bit of action here and there, but in the end, I don't think not too much damage done. If they do manage to bring down Titan R, if Doom is able to bring down Titan R here, then it's a big problem. So he's getting third party. I mean, he might be getting shot from the other players from the side of Zeus, and yeah, as we can see, Titan R does get taken out by Godzilla, so he's going to be knocked, and I think Doom can definitely secure that kill. And now we are going to be coming our way to the OPMF team, who after their first day's performance have been very quiet. Do you think there's a reason for that, Adil, or do you think they're just feeling the pressure as of right now?
Right now, I'm exactly not sure. That's what I was wondering why OPMF are doing so well in the first 2 days. They were almost having around, I think, 70 plus points during the first 2 days, and they were in a really good position. But I think third day really got messed up for them, and now we're here again with the fourth day. So let's see how OPMF performs. I think even in Sanhok they got taken down early. Erangel also they got taken down early. Maybe they're trying something new and it's not working. Maybe it's time for them to shift on to the usual. And with that, we can see TTS coming in from behind. So many third parties happening right now. And with that, we could see ISSL getting some shots fired as they try to rotate inside the zone. Jimmy goes down on towards BT Oxy. So Bullet Track also needing all those kill points at the moment. Let's see how it's going for them as he goes for a prone spray. So many prone sprays are visible in Miramar. That's usually the thing. And Reza and Jimmy, both of them going down. And now Azwin is also on low edge. I mean, Azwin is also knocked out. And Mamata with that broken buggy is just going totally to safety. So let's see. ISSL also not having a good day, Dhaka.
Yeah, definitely not the performance they were looking for. I think a little bit of a bit of a difficult streak, to be honest. I mean, we're getting caught out while rotating right there. We saw Jimmy and Razor going down quite early, and now Azwin also is going to bleed out in the end to BT Oxy, as you can see. And with that, Mamata having to play a solo game. So once again, I mean, they've never been able to get past the early game as of today. I mean, this is the third game they're playing, and in all three games, they've struggled to get to the mid game with all four of their players. So even the Heat team right now suffering with 2 losses. Even the Zeus team having lost one of their players as well in a different engagement. Bullet Track also losing one of their players, probably in the gunfight against ISSL. But end of the day, so far, I mean, it's just the fact that they are able to get out of these engagements or these situations with all of their players, right? So they take the decision to fight. Maybe sometimes you get stuck in a situation where you can't really decide whether you want to fight or not. So sometimes you're forced to fight, and sometimes you have the option. So maybe something might be going wrong with the rotations. Maybe they might need to take a look at that, and maybe just try to study the teams more, because I think that's something that a lot of players don't do, is just studying the other team. And if you know exactly, I think there was one team who we remember had a huge list of certain things. We're not going to mention it on stream, obviously, but they were definitely preparing quite well for the game. So like that, I mean, if every team does that, I think we might be seeing a much different or get a different idea. Because I think so far one thing that has been very constant with all the teams is the fact that everyone has a normal landing area. So they have, okay, in this map we're going to land here, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, then we're going to meet up, then where are we going to rotate? We're going to rotate this way. So if the zone is this way, we're going to rotate here. If the zone is this way, we're going to rotate here. I think everyone has a definite plan usually. So unless they change from that plan, it's going to be very different. So if you study that initial bit, it's very easy to tell. But with that OPMF losing one of their players, what a clean play coming in from Wrath here. So the Zeus team currently feeling quite confident. So they're going to be securing that third kill right there after taking 2 down from the side of Hit. So they're going to be feeling good for the moment, but they have lost Caspi, definitely a very valuable player that they've lost right there. And with that, now we see the Code Black team going up against the side of team number 16. I believe it was a drive-through passing, and with that, Shimi does get down, and he's going to not be able to see anyone, so he's going to start rotating with the rest of his team. And the CB team so far have been doing quite okay in terms of how they've been placing. And slowly, I mean, as the games have progressed, as the days have progressed, they've improved quite significantly, to be honest. And I'm quite impressed with their growth, but let's see if they're able to make it to that top 16 right now. As you can see, they're in the 19th place with 17 points. We were talking about the save point in terms of points, and that was at 120. So let's see if they're going to be able to make a change within the last 2 matches that they had to play, which is this one and the upcoming Erangel game as well. So, but so far, no chicken dinners for them as well. And with that, they are going to be running into the BT team, it looks like. And as far as I remember, the BT team only has 3 players. Atom has a very good chance here once again. Like Adil mentioned, the Chrome Spray coming in does manage to damage Error a little bit, but in the end, he is not going to get taken down, and that's definitely a huge win for them. And with that, Nemo and Error are going to be the 2 players. I think Error was getting third party from a completely different side, and with that, Atom is going to be able to spot out Oxy, and he's going to need to move back into cover. I think this position is good enough for him at the moment, as long as he doesn't overexpose himself on the left side. He can play the right side for sure. He can play this little hill without having a threat of Oxy actually trying to spray him down. And right now, he sees Nemo. He tries for a spray. He does manage to correct with quite a few bullets, and he actually knocks him. And that's the precision we were looking looking for. Atom managing to bring down one on the side of BT, but right now I don't think they know, and with that error actually goes down to Shimmy as well. Oh, and here comes the precision from the Code Blacks team, and they are going in. They're going for this last kill. They should know that Oxy should be in the area, so one more kill and the BT team is going to go down. So let's see whether Code Blacks is going to be able to do anything. Mukpen is also in the area, so we might see a follow-up fight as well. So with that, Atom and the rest of the team now meeting up here. They need to try and find this last player. They don't know exactly where they might be, so nades and smokes definitely coming out, but I think Error might get the chance to really pick up. Error might get picked up by Oxy here at the moment, and with that we can see Shimmy as well as Atom moving their way from the left side flag. The Error actually not even getting revived at the moment. Oxy is going to be holding a completely different angle, so they should be able to spot out Error in a little bit, but they need to be very, very careful not knowing where Oxy was, because they did see him rotate, and I'm pretty sure the call from BT was to let Oxy go and play for placements. Should be the smart call here, because it's going to be very difficult 1 versus 4. And with that, Dino up against OPMF once again. So is Zion going to be able to get out of this sticky situation? Looks like he's going to be able to maneuver himself out. He takes a little bit of damage, but in the end he does not go down, which is super important, even though Berserk was keeping an eye on him. And with that, he's prone, and he has a good angle here, looking at Fantastic as well, so needs to be very careful. Only has a level 2 helmet. If any of these guys have a sniper rifle, he's going to go down in one shot, especially if it is a headshot. And with that, Zion once again peeking after fixing up his health, and Berserk making sure to look around and make sure that there is no other team that can possibly put pressure on him. So right now, not too much in terms of sound, and with that, the Urbif team goes up against OPEX and brings down the in-game leader Unknown. So the OPEX team finding a little bit of pressure here, for once them being the prey and not the predators. Interesting, definitely, but the Urbif team, as you can see, quite far away, so definitely won't be able to secure the kill onto Unknown. He should be getting picked up as we speak, and with that, Toxin is going to be the one who's looking and trying to scout out where these 3 players are. So the Urbif team also currently sitting with only 3 players. They're missing one, so probably would have lost 1 player at the in the meantime. So Destro and the boys right now looking for an opportunity. Destro has taken a bit of damage. He does have a mini 14, obviously very, very powerful DMR here in the Miramar, especially in this map. I think any other map it would be definitely still a decent gun to use, but in the end game it's not definitely a gun you want to be holding when you're up close and personal, especially once you run out of bullets with your initial gun, because teams definitely tend to pre-fire quite a bit. So with that, let's see how they do. Right now taking a look, and with that they do manage to pick up Unknown and Alion right now getting into their vehicles and starting to rotate. So let's see if we're going to take the full-on fight against the side of Urbif, or are they going to back up? Question. Looks like the decision is to maybe rotate around, but knowing OPEX, I wouldn't be surprised if they decide to go and directly run into the Urbif team, but looks like they're making the smart decision here, and they're going to be rotating from outside or the corner of the current zone. So definitely a decision very well made from the side of OPEX, but right now they might run into the Zeus team as well. So the Zeus team is also keeping an eye on them. I'm pretty sure Toxin saw the vehicle there, so the call has come. They're going to be holding down this compound, and with that the Zeus team needs to rotate in as well. So reminding you, the Zeus team also currently has about 3 kills, and they only have 3 players, and with that we will see Momo getting a beautiful headshot on Mukpen. So as we can see, the Mukpen team trying to fight up, and with that TTS Rico gets a nice shot onto Unique Boy on the side of Urbif. So Urbif also being pressured, they're not getting any free advantage over here. And with that, now we're going to be taking a look at OPEX Nam right now, looking to pressure Godzilla here. Godzilla does go down to Unknown right there. So Nam is going to get into his buggy and start pressuring once again. The Zeus team only has 2 players, and with that, usually we do see the OPEX team getting very, very aggressive. But this time, how are they going to play? Nam as well as Unknown, I believe, are in this area currently. It's not Unknown, maybe Toxin or Nam, one of the 2. But anyway, Nam going in for the finishing blow here, but he's probably going to die out of the zone. And immediately the call comes for him to come back, and they don't know where the rest of the players are. But with that, they're going to start driving through, and obviously Unknown with the bus coming in. And now we're going to be taking a look at Momo. Momo get a beautiful car 98 headshot previously onto one of the players here on TTS, I believe, but I think it was Rico if I'm not mistaken. But with that, he's going to back off. He's going to hold down this compound. They are just in the zone, so all they need to do is focus on the team behind them, which I believe might be the Urbif team. I'm not 100% sure, but with that, they're going to be rotating, as you can see on the minimap, quite safely. So team number 22, it is the... Actually, no, it's not the Urbif team. It's the SDMC team, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it is the SDMC team. So they do manage to get 1 knock here on the side of MacMan. Will they be able to get any more is the question. And with that, Valeska looking at a completely different angle up here on TTS side. But with that, Macman Momo doing some property damage right here, taking out the tires from the vehicles, making sure that they won't be able to utilize it to kind of rotate into the zone. So taking out these tires, taking at least 3 shots minimum, just to be sure, because sometimes even if you take out the tire, it doesn't render in, so you're not 100% sure whether the tires have been taken out or not. So taking off 2 means definitely they won't be able to use it. We do see 1 tire definitely going down. So with that, now looking for a chance to bring down a player from TTS. And with that, Rico does go down to one of the players from Makpen there, just getting a beautiful headshot with the M24 right there. And now will we see the same from Momo? Will they re-peak is the question. No, I believe Baby is going to go pick up his knockdown teammate right there. And with that, Momo once again looking at a different angle. Pelzan also looking to pressure the side of STMZ, taking out their vehicle as well. And once again, Makpen Momo, while we're not looking at him, gets another beautiful headshot, this time onto one of the players from the side of SDMC. So they are going to be on pickup duty. And with that, the CB team now might be heading towards their location. So Pelzar might have a chance to do some damage here if they don't see him. So even the CB team might even decide to third party some of the players here from the side of SDMC. Let's see whether it will happen or not. But with that, I think they need to come in right now. The 4th zone does do quite a bit of damage, and once it stops, it will be the damage equal to the 5th zone. And right now facing off against one of the players from team number 13, which is going to be the last player for ISSL, which is going to be Mamata. So let's see if they're going to be able to get that kill. Looks like they did. So Mamata is going to get eliminated. No, he's not. He's actually there on the right side. So I'm not sure who they killed right here. But there is a loot box for them to pick up if they need to. And now we're going to be heading on to the Deno team. The Hitman team is the team that got eliminated right there. So we're just getting the confirmation. And now Deno is looking down on the Urbif team as well as the TTS team. So they have the high ground right here. So will they be able to take advantage of it? Funky as well as Greiger, I believe. So looks like the Urbif team bringing in one of their subs as well. So Greiger is coming in for exactly, I'm not sure who, but with that, the Makpen team finding themselves in a little bit of trouble, but easily able to clear out the team that challenged them, and now they're going to start reviving every of them. They do lose Pasta in the end, but they have 3 players left alive with 5 kills, so they're in a pretty good position, eliminating OPMF right there. So OPMF trying to get a little bit aggressive, but not working out for them. And with that, the Urbif team, Greiger does get taken down from one of the players from Deno, and with that, the TTS team also losing one of their players, probably from getting into a little bit of an engagement as well. So 187 ES Viper right now getting a knock on to the DVB team. So even the 187 team getting into a little bit of an action here. But right now, Deno with a very strong location, but depends on where the next zone is going to go, whether it's going to be favored to them or someone else. Because as far as I can see, I don't see any vehicles. Maybe it's parked somewhere else. But with that, more nades coming in, and okay, dead shot. I'm not sure, but I think Destro might have... okay, so Destro actually took the nade from Zayan. I thought he died to his own nade, to be honest. I mean, that Destro in a very, very tough spot. More smokes coming in from Greiger right here. So looks like it's going to be Unique Boy who gets replaced. And with that, Funky and Wish. Oh, what a beautiful nade! No, it wasn't even a nade. It was a spray coming in from high note to get down 2 simultaneously. So maybe they both saw them peaking at the same time, and now the Urbif team in shambles, so losing almost all of their players. Just one more player left alive, and I believe there was a flank attack coming in from TTS. The team that was pressuring them was the Deno team, and the TTS team was the team that came and in the end took down Wish as well as Destro there. So really unfortunate for them. They are losing their opportunity there to basically go forward into the game, and they're going to get eliminated at 10th place with only 1 kill. And now the CB team coming in the bus, and with that, Rico is going to be on it. Prince getting stuck out in the open, not even moving, just having that little bit of a bug, but Prince goes down as well, and Roma should die here as well. And that's 3 free easy kills going the way of Rico, making sure he doesn't miss these shots, and that's definitely going to be confirmed. And as you can see, team number 16 also trying to fire back to the side of TTS, but they're not going to be they're not going to be able to do too much here. So Makpen right now stuck in between both CB Shimi as well as TTS. So TTS is going to be getting into this bus and maybe try to rotate into the zone, and that is definitely the safest decision they can make right now. So even the ISL team right now getting eliminated. It's going to be Mamata finally getting taken down, and as you can see, the STMC team managing to do some damage here, but Roma does manage to get a knock, but in the end Roma gets killed off. So with that, Rico does manage to secure a few more kills for himself, but I believe some of his knocks were stolen because he only has 2 kills at the moment, but overall they do have 6 kills. So maybe with that they might be putting themselves in a really good position here, and they might be getting their first chicken dinner of the tournament. So let's see whether they can close it out or whether a different team is going to be able to execute really well. And now the TTS team starting to rotate. They are going to be reviving Babe here. I'm going to call him Babe even though it's Babe, I think. Anyway, with that, we're going to be taking a look at Chaos right now. Chaos looking at the way of Shimi as well as MacPen just managed to bring down one. So Momo goes down. Even another player goes down to, I believe, Shimi right there. But in the end, MacPen is able to survive just because of the smoke. And having that smoke to cover them is going to be a great thing. And now with that, not going to decide to wait anymore. They need to get into the zone because this one is definitely going to make it hurt. And with that, MacPen right in front of them. But he can definitely get some cover fire here. Chaos now finally getting down. And the Deno team still holding the high ground. They are able to rotate in as well. And with that, I think MacPen is getting pressured as well. Now Opex team, Nam, we can see bringing down one of the players from Deno. So Opex is still in this. We might see the fourth chicken dinner coming out from them maybe. But as you can see, Nam taking a lot of damage, but definitely did some damage to the side of 187. Thuli does go down in the end. He might get revived, but smokes and nades definitely coming in their way. And as you can see, Toxin looking for a chance, has a very good chance to bring down Viper here, but he needs to get behind this cover. I don't think it has already been exploded, so the cover is definitely secure. And with that, Viper goes down. Beautiful spray coming in from Toxin, using that AKM once again. And now the rest of the team from 187 finding it a little bit difficult. As you can see, Unknown trying to pressure the side of Deno, but getting shot from the behind. But in the end, he's going to go down. I think Hite is one who was pressuring him, and in the end, he gets knocked down by the rest of the two. I think Toxin and Unknown helping me out there. And with that, the TTS team is the only team so far, I believe, who has all four of their players. Another nade coming in from, oh my god, what a beautiful nade coming in from, I believe it was Arden there. So Arden is going to be happy with that. With that, now Toxin is going to be getting that revive onto Unknown. So as long as he can pick up these players, he's going to be in a very good spot. They still have time to pick up the other player as well. I mean, there's still about 15 seconds onto the clock before this zone starts closing. As you can see, Deno Ghostly also trying to play the zone as much as possible, try to keep themselves out of line of sight, out of trouble right there. But TTS with all four of their players in prime position, but can Deno Fantastic and Deno Ghostly put a dent in their performance? It's a question. And now Rico might get a really good nade here onto this player from 187. He's going to run out and he's going to get taken out here by High Noon's nade. So Adam does get taken out, and now the last three teams, it's going to be Opex, Deno as well as TTS. And TTS in a very, very good spot right now with four players. And as you can see, the Opex team losing one of their players, and they're going to start rushing forward. And Babe with the M24 in his hand, very interesting. And now moving into the zone is going to be Rico, as far as you can see, and he's going to start basically refreshing his gear there. But I think it has already been looted by someone else, and now it's top 2 situation. Deno getting eliminated. Another nade going to be coming out from Reko. He might be cooking it for a bit too long here. It might explode before it lands, and no, it actually connects onto Unknown. So Unknown goes down. So beautiful nade, very well controlled coming out from Rico here. And with that, they currently have 13 kills. So TTS in a very favorable spot to take this chicken dinner right here. And once again, going for the revive is going to be Nam, but spray comes in, Nam goes down, and now the final player, which is going to be Toxin, going to be surrounded by the rest of the players. First person comes in, and now TTS once again a fresh new chicken dinner coming out from them, and overall 16 kills chicken dinner. What a great performance coming out from them, and the trend continues. Another team gets their first chicken dinner. What a game coming out from them, in especially one of the most difficult maps to execute. So great stuff coming out from TTS, and they are going to be your winners for the third map.
Unexpected chicken dinner again for the night coming in from TTS. I mean, I just as I was seeing the overall table, I mean, I was seeing TTS. Let me have a quick refresh. I think TTS sitting down in 28th position with 67 points. With that chicken dinner and with 16 points, how do you think it's going to make them push towards the table? I mean, 67 plus the 16 kills and the 15. I think it's going to be almost up to 90 points.
Yeah, definitely. I think they might go up quite a bit, because as far as I can remember, the Code Blacks team was in like 17th with about 73 points. So if they get, they're getting 31 points off of this. So that's quite a huge boost. So I think we might actually see them just below the 16th place mark, maybe around 17, 18. I'm not 100% sure. It depends on how the other teams went, but I think they'll get a significant boost from where they are.
Yep, with that I think we'll be having the last match. That's going to be Erangel for the night. Again, one of my favorite maps. So let's see how it's going to go. Will we be seeing a new chicken dinner team, or will we be seeing RGC Opex still surviving in the top 3? I mean, they have never got a 2 soon. Let's keep that in mind. Still, even today, they have never got a 2 soon. It's either third, second, or the chicken dinner. That's how their positions have gone. So they are racking their points up to 200 plus points. I think by the end of the night, they will be having that 200 plus points. But let's see how it goes for them in the last and final match, and who will be able to get that chicken dinner. So you guys have your last match. That's going to be the end of 12 matches, and after that it's going to be really tough to come into that top 16. But still 4 more matches to go for y'all. Let's see how it's going to go from the 16 matches. Will you be able to make it to the grand finals? Definitely the grand final is going to be something else. Tables refreshed, teams know how they're going to play. Team know RGC OPEX now pretty well. They might even try targeting RGC OPEX. Who knows in the finals what will happen? So let's see how it goes. RGC OPEX still, even though you target, let's not forget, they aren't going to back off from a fight. They will take the fight. Even though they will be going down, they still will take the fight. That's pretty impressive coming in from RGC OPEX. So let's see how the matches go. And probably Eddie is watching the stream today and just sitting back and sipping some coffee to see how the tables are going. So Eddie, let's see how you perform against RGC OPEX at the finals. Definitely these two teams have already qualified, so nothing to doubt there. They have the 120 benchmark, as Dhaka said, the safe point to qualify. So let's see how the rest of the teams are going to perform. We'll be back shortly with the last and final match for the night. That's going to be Erangel.
Switch to the best internet experience in Maldives. Because it's not fun when your internet's slow. Have less buffering, more fun.
welcome back to South Asia Wildcard Pro League. Last and final match for the night is going to be Erangel, and we have seen some amazing performance coming from these teams. And as we go, I think we had a new winner. That's going to be LNNTTS. What a performance coming in from them. 16 kills chicken dinner, but is that enough for them to go into the top 16 and settle for it? But tomorrow also, I think they will be playing. I think we have A versus B. That's going to be A's last 4 matches and B's last 4 matches. So B is playing today also. So tomorrow will be their last and final deciding day to rack up as much as points as possible, because on the final day it's going to be C versus D, so they'll easily look at the points table. We just need this much to overpass them, so we'll just play it safe. We'll play it like this. So I think the last day has the most advantage, Daka.
I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, I think the teams that are already far ahead are already far ahead. So they're going to be secure no matter what. And I think the 2 teams that I'm talking about, you already know. But I think there's a lot to fight for. And I think there's easily some teams can definitely, all they need is like 2 chickens in those 2 days. And they're definitely going to be in the top 16. I mean, we saw how much TTS jumped forward after they won that previous game. So obviously, everyone who's watching can definitely check that out in our next few set of matches, which is going to be tomorrow. So obviously there is going to be a huge change. So only if those teams are able to fight for their place, I think the teams that don't decide to give up and who fight until the end are the ones who are going to be able to get into the top 16. But even then, if they do, from there, I don't think you should be too happy with that. It's just the qualifier. I think it will come down to how well you perform during the grand finals. And sometimes you've seen just sneak into there have been teams that sneak into the top 16, and being the last team, they definitely surprise. But with that, coming into the Erangel game, definitely a much more favored plane coming out this time. So last time it was from Military Power, just over military base. This time it's actually coming all the way from the shooting range towards military base. So very, very much favored. And with that, I think we already see a kill here towards the apartment side. It looks like maybe just a little bit lower than apartments, as far as I can see. Maybe a few teams dropping out in the open. Someone probably got run over or something like that. So can never say. And with that, even near the DVB team, there seems to be a little bit of an engagement. And usually the team that drops there is the Erbib team, and I can't see them at the moment. So maybe they are losing players as of right now. So once again, just reminding everyone that this time there will be 1 team short. So the squadron team is not going to be participating. But as you can see, yes, it is going to be the DVB team going up against the Erbib team. And I believe the Erbib team might have already lost maybe 2 of their players at the moment. So Vish and Greiger seem to be the only 2 that are in vision right now. So with that, the DVB team getting a very good start. So they've already gotten 2 kills. And obviously, anyone who has landed here in apartments knows what a gigantic nightmare this location is. And I mean, seriously, what a gigantic nightmare. I mean, you can loot floors and floors in this place and not even get a not get a single weapon. It has happened to me so many times, and I think it has happened to anyone who lands here multiple times. So especially when you're with a full squad, sometimes even a full squad getting a single gun itself is quite difficult. So looking at it, looks like Laconic might have gotten an AKM as well. So I think Nanu was the one who did most of the work, I think, with the pistol, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, the Erbib team in a lot of trouble here, but definitely the early start that DVB wanted to get. And so far, the DVB team, to be honest, has been doing quite well today. They've been consistent. They've been finishing in the top 5 for sure. So they've been putting up quite a few good performances. But will it be enough to secure them a spot in the overall 16 is the question after all 16 games are done. But for today, right now, as you can see the positionings and how these teams have done. So will it be good enough for them is the question. So with that, resuming back into the game, so very, very early fights just off spawn. And I think the best way to describe these early fights were when you have to basically drop in with another team, it's a 50-50 chance. And on top of the 50-50 chance, it comes down to RNG, whether you get a weapon or not. So there is a lot of risk. So definitely the team that gets the upper hand will definitely dominate, and the teams that don't, well, they'll end up suffering, as you can see the Erbib team suffering currently. So with that, they do mark a buggy. I think Laconic wants one of the players to maybe rotate there and try to grab it if possible, but they're not 100% sure on what the Erbib side might have, so because there's a long way to go and it's quite in the open space. And obviously we know all these players are kind of like sharpshooters, and if you give them even an inch to shoot you, they're definitely going to take those shots. So with that, once again, Laconic backing off, and definitely definitely very confident in his spray, and I think not many people will apply a 4-scope onto their AK and use it without having too many issues. So definitely he knows what he's doing with his gun. He'll probably use it the entire seasons at a stretch, knowing what he's mentioning. But with that, the DVB team is going to back off. So they are going to be looking to loot up and start rotating, and definitely the better choice here. The BIP team will be able to breathe a little bit, but even then I don't think they'll be able to get too much loot, because School was also looted by a completely different team that might have rotated to Rozhok by now. So it might have been I think the Mukpen team. The Mukpen team has just landed at Rozhok, because this time I don't think that rivalry will be seen. So the Deno team now rotating towards what seems to be the area near Pochinki, but they might actually turn it around and they're actually going towards Ruin. So maybe the Deno and Mukpen team landed together, and maybe they separated after that, or they could have landed near the squad house that was near the water city, grabbed the vehicles, looted there, and then now started rotating towards Ruin. So anything definitely could have been possible right there. But with that, the early game action seems to have slowed down quite a bit. So 187 and Hit teams quite close by. Some players in shelter, while Hit team they really like to loot the area near around Milta as well. So the ISL team this time not getting contested, so they're going to be super happy about that. They're going to have Milta power to themselves, so they're going to be able to kit up and start making their rotations. As far as I can see, they've been struggling quite a bit during today's game, so they definitely want to post a good game here. Now 187 might run into the Zeus team here along with the OPMF team, which have taken control of Pochinki. So let's see whether it's going to happen or not, but we'll be coming into the 187 team. They might be coming into sight of the Zeus team as well, but I think they get a free rotation here. And with that, a little bit of a unique zone once again, as far as you can see, just like using that bay area at the moment, the lower left of the map, but definitely not around Milta. I think it's going to be interesting to see where the zone is going to head out to, whether it's going to go to that far left corner. But with that, it looks like the DVP team might have to face off against MacPen right here. So the MacPen players having to rotate to this area right now, and with that, the rest of DVP are going to be backing up as far as we can see. And the reason they're doing this is definitely to get a better position, maybe get the high ground, play from the squad house, play the roofs as well, knowing that all four of the players here from MacPen did definitely arrive. And they don't even have all four of their players at the moment, so they need to be careful they can't get picked out. Maybe they get into the vehicle and start driving away. But as far as I can see, they're going to play from the squad house for sure. Definitely one of those stronger areas to be playing from. He can from here go out into the roof and use the ceiling as cover, because I'm pretty sure there isn't too many other teams here to kind of contest them, but they're going to make the safe play and they're going to just rotate out of here. They don't want to deal with Mukpen as of right now, so they do take a little bit of damage. As you can see, Nano taking quite a bit of damage. They're losing almost half of his health, but he's immediately going to be able to bandage up, and with that he's going to have to drop off and grab a buggy, but they're still getting shot at, so he's not going to be able to do what they wanted to, and now they're going to have to back off to the rest of the team. So once again backing off all the way to the squad houses here, and now rotating to the next set of residential areas. And with that, now we're coming up to the OPMF team. So once again, so far these guys have been struggling as well. So a lot of teams not finding their stride as of right now. So let's see, all they need is one good game to turn it around. One good game which gives them a lot of confidence to play the next few games. So let's see whether they're able to execute it well or not. But anyway, with that, right now we're taking a look at Mupu. He's just going to be chilling at the moment. So looks like he does have either a Tommy or a Kar 98 as far as I can see it from here. I mean, I'm wearing glasses. I'm legally blind. I can't help it. But anyway, with that, they're going to start loading up. They're going to start rotating. And with that, he does see a DP also. If he wants to pick it up, maybe might mark it for someone else. He has a Scarlet. And with that, the rest of the team is currently looking out from a different location. So the OPMF team once again. This time, no one around. I think this area right now is an area that a lot of people really don't like, to be honest. I mean, there's so many places you could get third party from, and it's quite difficult to manage. And if your team is coming from the Pochinki side, yeah, I mean, you're super comfortable with that. But this situation, of course, not too great. And with that, we do see a drop falling right in the dead center of the sea right here. So no one is probably going to take a huge risk and try to get that. I think the chances of them getting that, or even wanting to go and get that, I don't think is going to be a very good decision for sure. But anyway, with that, let's see how it goes. And with that, we'll be coming into the Deno team. So Zion as well as Fantastic. Even the Deno team actually doing quite a lot better in today compared to how they did the previous few days as well. I mean, they'll be finishing top 5 as well. I mean, the previous Erangel game also they did really well, and even the last Miramar game they did well. So you can see the overall rank is currently at 7. So as long as they can secure maybe around another 30 to 40 points, I think they'll be in a good, definitely a very comfortable position to be sitting in that top 16. I mean, 120 being the benchmark, and something that we've discussed quite often, me and Adil both. So let's see if they're able to do it. I mean, right now they shouldn't be feeling too pressured, but one second dinner can really change the game. And I think Adil can mention to you guys how close each team is. I think there is not even like a 10-point difference between the teams after 16th place, right, Adil?
Yep, actually teams are thinking that okay, we have had so much of too soon and it might not be we might not be able to go into the top 16, but look at that point gap coming in from all the way from 7th place, 98, 93, 91, 87, 86, 85, 84. I mean, anyone can easily top up into the top 16 if they have one good decent game. Just like TTS, they boosted from 24th all the way to 17th, if I'm not wrong. That's with one chicken dinner with a good decent amount of kills with 16 kills. So that's how every match counts. So I think having around 4 more matches to go without giving up, if they play according to how they play with maybe improved strategy, maybe something is going wrong in your gameplay, that is why you're going down soon. I think these would help you in the upcoming PMC. Definitely these are going to help you, so you know what you shouldn't do and what you should do. So these are the practices that you get because PMC registrations are out right now and it will be closing in July 12th, and after that having practices is not going to help at all because the qualifiers are there. So what I would say is teams shouldn't give up no matter what. I think play it like SDZ. I'm using them as an example. I mean, there are other teams as well, like 187 able to get the chicken dinner. But SDZ from 20 odd points, I think 17th or 18th place after 2 days. On the 3rd day, 4th place with 109 points. I mean, that is literally from 1 day. Look at that boost coming in all the way towards SDZ. So I think pretty much all the teams right now might be focusing on qualifying with the top 16 unknown, taking some heavy fire coming in from Hitman, and he goes down. You don't damage a player from RGC OPEX and you don't live with it. I think Toxin is heading pretty close, and there goes the punch on the face. What are you doing here?
I'm not one for all this punching and stuff, but I don't think there was a reason for them to punch the player from hit. Yeah, sure. I mean, he was alone and there wasn't much he could do. He was just trying to secure at least 1 kill for his team, but I don't think they'd be happy if someone did that to them. So I'm not sure. I mean, I'm usually not very toxic in terms of anyway in whatever game I play, but still, I don't know. I'm not an advocate for those kind of things. I think just keep it clean. Keep it friendly, and having your rivalry is fine, and trash talking is fine. I think that's definitely something that needs to be a part of games, but you need to know where to draw the line. I mean, sometimes when you take it too far, you tend to get this thing called karma, right? And I think maybe for that, yes. So with that, I think so we're already seeing the karma. So you can see Toxin already going down. So karma is a very strong thing. I mean, if you believe in it, but as far as I know, if you do good, you receive good. If you do bad, you're definitely going to get the return for it someday or the other. You don't know. It could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be in 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It could even be during PMCU. I don't know, but don't do that. Honestly, just don't. It's never worth it. It's never worth it. Anyway, with that, we'll be taking a look at SDMC. I believe it was Sam who was able to get that beautiful headshot to knock out Toxin, and with that he did get picked up, so obviously not being able to convert, and with that we do have a little bit of an update, so just holding on for the update. What is it, Hamid? Okay, so looks like we were mentioning about one of those players having to go really far to get a drop, and Hamis has been able to catch him out. So looks like it's going to be Nemo from the Bullet Track team that is making the great swim all the way to pick up what seems to be a Groza and a Ghillie suit. So if he's able to get this safely, maybe might be worth it. But as far as I can see, he has an M4 and a Scar L right now. So going to be interesting whether he makes the switch. Not even sure whether he has 7 points to work with. But with that, once again, we'll be taking a look at Sam here. Will he be able to get the headshot onto Toxin? Toxin doing a great job of just peeking and going back into cover. So with that, Macpen Valeska this time managed to bring down Abhi, and now actually a beautiful counter headshot coming out from Toxin there. And with that, OPEX having a good shot. So Toxin getting a little bit of revenge with the M24. Definitely a much better sniper than what we saw on the side of STMC's player right there. So definitely that rifle, I mean, it's okay, but it's not great. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I prefer it, anyone would prefer M24 still over that sniper rifle. But anyway, with that, Unknown going to start moving forward. It looks like I don't think they'll be looking. Oh, he's actually looking for a flank angle here onto the side of SDMC. But with that, he might actually run into the OPMF team as well. So with that, OPEX might lose a player here. I think he might have spotted out the OPMF team. I'm not 100% sure, but right now they're still driving past. So I think he did manage to spot out the OPMF team, and he's probably relaying that information to his team as well. So with that, they're going to keep rotating, and now they might run into the Zeus team. So interesting little facts here, and if they do manage to get out of this also, definitely going to be very lucky. And now they spot out one player. Will Unknown get shot here is the question. Driving the McLaren with some really great precision, boosting his way, as you can see, just getting that nitrous out, and he's going to be able to make it out into safety and once again be able to warn his team, and doing a great job of scouting and leading his team to a very, very safe position. To be honest, this building, even though it looks like it might be a great place to kind of hold yourself down in, it's not. There's so many areas you can get shot from. Even if you go into the high ground and try to play from there, the railing doesn't give you too much cover, and you know, a nade can take you out. There's so many things that can happen. I mean, you can get shot from the hill in the right, you can get shot from the hill in the front, you can get shot from the hill in the left, and with that, now we do see Toxin getting down and trying to pressure Error here. Error might actually go down, so the BT team was the team that swam all the way to get that drop. So Error right now just getting down, trying to find some cover, and with that, Toxin driving his way, and even the Zeus team looking his way as well. So Toxin needs to be a little bit careful, and with that, Toxin does get what? Okay, I think the kill feed is giving me a little bit of a weird update there, but BT Error does get taken out. I think the Zeus team might have gotten that kill. Yes, it was Doom that was able to get that kill, and with that, guess who's swimming back? Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. So Nemo, I mean, staying true to his name, he's going to where he belongs, swimming in the sea right now. I'm pretty sure his father's worried about him and coming to look for him. But either way, finding Nemo is the name of the game, ladies and gentlemen. So with that, Oxy coming to finally pick up Nemo, and looks like the story does conclude right there. So happy ending for them right there. So let's see whether the rest of the teams, whether they can get into the shoreline here and maybe get some pretty decent placement. But with that, we do have TTS, the winners from the previous map. Let's see whether they can do anything in this one at the moment. So it's going to be Chaos, the player we are looking at taking and doing some damage to these vehicles right now, having the 6 and turning into a 3, but immediately Zion puts him down with the Uzi. Of all things, he just gets destroyed. Like, excuse me. But anyway, now he needs to get picked up. And with that, Babe right now, we are taking a look, and he needs to start rotating as well. Maybe try and pressure a little bit. We do see CT number 14 also in the back right now, just playing quite silently. And Chaos gets killed off by Zion. So interestingly enough, I don't think he's going to be too happy about that. And TTS losing a member of their team for free right there, trying to do some damage to property that wasn't his, and in the end paid the price for it. And with that, we can see the SDMC team also in the distance right there, team number 22 just holding their position. And with that, the Dino team moving forward, getting a little bit aggressive. Ghosty already up in front, as you can see, looting up the body of Chaos. And with that, we do get an update. So update coming in from Hamis. Nemo is still swimming. So I believe we did have one of the players come to pick him up, but he decided to swim anyway. And with that, the Dino team might have to face off against SDMC as well as the side of TTS. And Tino 14 also was close by, and we know that the OPEX team did manage to rotate out, and they went for a completely different direction. But with that, is Fool going to peak? We can see Sam here, and once again we're coming back to the DBB fight. DBB Vendetta goes down here, going up against TTS once again, and Laconic with a shot on Rico, taking him down. Beautiful headshot coming out there, and Rico is going to get finished off there by Nannu, it looks like. And with that, they should be able to pick up Vendetta very soon, and now they're going to start rushing in to Tino 15, but they do lose one of their players. And with that, Iroh actually just gets off in the wrong spot, exposing himself for way too long. And with that, Bappe is actually going to be able to bring down one of those players, but in the end gets third party completely from LND from a completely different angle. And with that, now they need to smoke and try to recover Iroh here. Will they be able to? They did lose Vendetta in the end, so Iroh needs to get picked up. He's in cover, and they know that the LND team is just to their right. And you can see the LND team right now, they're pressuring the Dino team as well, so they got a knock there as well. So this team not taking part in too many of the matches, but so far they seem to be doing quite well. It doesn't seem to have affected them too much, but let's see whether they can really outperform some of these teams. So once again, a beautiful shot coming in, and with that, now we can see the LND team this time getting pressured by the Code Black team. So the Gold Black team has also been doing quite well, and with that, Atom actually has to eat the dirt right here, getting shot completely from a different player right there. So Elusive is going to be the player that brings down Atom, but is he going to be able to finish the kill is the question. And with that, Megatron does get another nade kill onto another player, as we can see, and now Megatron does manage to finish off Hero as well with another nade. So great stuff coming in from the LND team, but I do believe there's still a few more players left alive on the side of CB, and they are going to start rotating out, as you can see. I mean, Lucif did try to kind of spray them down, but it did not work out. And with that, I do believe DVP still has 2 players left alive on their side, as far as I can see. Maybe one of them might be eating dirt at the moment, might be knocked out. He actually gets revived, so he's going to be popping a medkit as of the moment, and it's the 4th zone. And once this closes, it's going to be the 5th, so he's going to start doing some extra damage. And now the LND team getting in a little bit of trouble here. It's going to be the SCMC team that's looking at them and trying to hold them off from the low ground here in those little houses. And with that, we'll be coming into the OPEX team, who has seemed to start pressuring the ISL team, who's holding down this compartment right in front of them. So with that, OPX Unknown does get taken down by Azwin. So great angle coming out from him. So Azwin holding a completely different angle there, being able to take him by surprise. And now everyone from OPEX just throwing tons and tons and tons of smoke to make sure that he can crawl his way into safety. As you can see, Azwin holding a completely different house there all the way in the back, just making sure that they don't get any sort of sneak attacks. And now Unknown needs to get revived. He needs to get picked off, but Razor is ready in case that Toxin jumps from here. He's going to be ready to start shooting him. So is he going to be able to get the pickup or not? He might be able to get all the way around the back, but Nam is the one who's going to be able to pick up Unknown there. So they do have quite a few teams in the area. We can see OPMF team, we can see the ISSL team, as well as the OPEX team. And with that, SCMC now looking at the side of Deno, managing to knock one, but not being able to get the kill. And with that, Fool is going to start rotating back to the rest of his team. LND is still stuck out of position right there, and now the SCMC team needs to try and get into the next zone. They only have about 20 seconds, so Psycho might be picking up the rest of his team here, but I don't think so. He's actually going to go with Nam, it looks like, or Sam, sorry. So with that, we do see LND rotating already in front of them. So if they get a better position than the side of STMC, we might see them going down. But LND right now trying to rotate, and they actually have quite a few teams to to fight with, and now having a little bit of a collision with their own teammates right there, crashing onto the buggy. And with the LND does manage to get into the zone, so does DVB as well as MacPen. So somehow all these teams were able to get into a decent position, but MacPen, I don't believe they still managed to get into the zone as of right now. And now Psycho trying to make a complete different rotation at the moment, trying to meet up with the rest of his team. As you can see, STMC Fool now looking at Fantastic, trying to bring him down. He's going to be rotating out in the open. Can he make it though is the question. And we can see Zeus team losing one of their players, and with that, more shots coming in from Zion, making a lot of noise, giving away his position, and he's actually running out in the open, and it's going to be Shimmy who takes him down. So he's going to die right there. And I think team number 20, the Deno team, only has one more player left, and now we can see the OPMF team zooming into the zone now with the rest of their team. They have all 4 at the moment, and there's a complete bloodbath going in on the corner as far as we can see. And now we'll be taking a look at the OPEX team. They have managed to rotate out as well. They only have 2 kills, surprisingly. Usually they have a lot more, but they're looking to play for placements. Definitely I'm playing off against team number 25 at the moment, which is the Bullet Track team. So Nemo and them, will the Groza really pay off here is the question. He swam all the way for that gun, and with that we can see Alion now switching into first person, making sure, and now switching back. So maybe it must have been a misclick probably. And with that, now I'm cooking a nade. He might be able to get someone from ISL here. He's going to cook it to perfection. Is he going to bring down Jimmy though is the question. Here comes the nade. Because of the smoke they can't see it, and now ISL just take a little bit of damage here. Molotov comes in also from ISL into that room, making sure that Nam can't get in, especially through the window, and he actually starts burning. Surprisingly, was not expecting that, but he should survive just because of the boost. If he didn't have the boost, he probably would have ticked out there. But anyway, with that, he's going to burn almost alive. And with that, OPEX fighting completely 2 different teams right now, and we can see Unknown once again has gone down. They need to revive him super fast because he's going to start bleeding out a lot faster than last time. More nades coming in this time, and now Alien is going to try and get this revive. Is he going to be able to? He's in a really bad spot. Like, Unknown is in a weird spot to get revived, to be honest. And with that, a Molotov comes down as well, and now the BT team looking for the chance to bring them down. As you can see, Nam also goes down on a completely different side here, and right now OPEX in a lot of trouble. Maybe Karma taking some play here, but anyway, it's a top 8, top 7 right now. So another team getting eliminated is going to be the SDMC team, and now we can see the OPEX team just dropping some smokes to create some cover. They managed to pick up Unknown, so Unknown needs to fix his health, and with that, the inside of the building is going to be held by Alion. He's waiting for Nemo to maybe swim into his house, but I don't think it's going to happen. So they're going to be able to hold it down, and once again we can see some of the players from BT taking a lot of damage. Will they have time to use a medkit is the question, or will they have time to get into safety is the question. Alion right now doesn't know that there's a player behind him, sees one on the left. I'm not sure, I think I was seeing things, but with that we can see Unknown moving forward as well, trying to face up against the BD team, and one of them right in front of their faces. He's going to pre-fire this angle with the AK, but it's not going to work out once again. Oh, why does he keep throwing nades in? Not really working out once again, and he's going to go down. It's going to be error, and with that, oh, what? Okay. So with that, another hit coming in, and now Toxin is going to be able to clean out the BT team, but Toxin goes down to the side of ISSL, and the OPEX team for the first time is not going to finish in a top 5 situation, and they are going to be eliminated in 6th place or 7th place right there. So the top 5 situation right now, the Urbib Greiger is going to be the last player alive for his team, even getting rid of his bag to make sure he looks smaller. And with that, we can see ISSL right now in a powerful position. Who is going to take the victory here? There is going to be the CB team, there is going to be the Urbib team, there is going to be the ISSL team, the STMZ team, and the OPMF team. So it's anyone's game right here. Who's going to take the victory in this final game of day number 6? So you can see ISSL has 3 members, OPMF Esports has 3 members, STMZ has 2, Urbib has 1, and NF Fort Blacks just lost one of their players. Roma now rotating all the way towards Greiger. Greiger taking a lot of damage here, but he's going to be able to take out the Roma right there on the side of Court Blacks. So he's going to get killed off, and I think Greiger might have a chance to actually heal up and start rotating. And now the side of OPMF running in has been holding a really great, powerful angle here, as you can see, but he can't jump out. He should be seeing one more player here. Is he going to go for the revive? It's a question. If he jumps out, there's a chance that he might actually get killed. Nate's coming in. Berserk actually going for the revive here. He should be knowing. I think if he leans to the right, he might be able to get it. He looks to another player. He tries to fire there, and now the revive is happening right under their nose, but ISSL clears them out, and once again Mamata this time brings down Deadshot here on the side of STMZ. So right now ISSL in a powerful position to take the victory. They struggled in the initial 3 games. Is this going to be the game where they turn things around? A 50% rate of being able to take the chicken dinner. It's a 3 versus 2 versus 1 situation, with Greiger staying extremely silent. More nades coming out from Mamata, trying to get the knock on to Deadshot. Is it going to be possible though? He does get the knock on to Deadshot once again. What a beautiful nade coming out from him, and with that more smokes coming down to make sure he gets that free rotation without getting contested by the side of STMZ. Greiger still silently waiting, buying some patience, trying to wait for this other teams to fight and maybe take advantage of that. And with that, Mamata spraying away. He does manage to get Deadshot, looking for the other player. He has the DP, spraying away, but he seems to not be able to find this player. He does finally find them, and STMZ, they are going to lose all of their players. And now the ISSL team in number 1 with 2 of their players. It's going to be Jimmy going down, Greiger in a 1v1. Who's going to take it? And with that, it's going to be Mamata closing out the game. So the captain securing the chicken dinner for the side of ISSL, and what a comeback from them. They are going to secure a 8-kill chicken dinner right there. So great stuff coming out from them. So with that, they are definitely going to be getting back on the board with that performance.
Definitely with I think RGC OPEX pushing them to their peak on that barn house. They were able to hold their ground, and I think with the help of bullet track, RGC OPEX was having some trouble from 2 sides, and to get into the zone, there's so much pressure coming on them. But you know, they are trying out a lot of things. They're trying their rotations well, because they know they have already secured their place. Maybe they have hit the 200 mark because they were on a 190. But probably hitting that 200 mark. Let's see in the coming days how it's going to be. 2 more days to go for the qualifiers to end, and then we'll be moving into the grand finals of South Asia Wildcard Pro League. Am I here? Is my connection?
Yeah, you're fine, Monkey. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're fine.
Okay, I think I'm fine now. Probably some connection issue. So yeah, we'll be seeing how the teams are going to play in ISSL with their second chicken dinner now. Finally getting their second chicken dinner. That's going to surely boost them into the top 3 spots with a 100+ mark. Sorry, they already got the 100+ mark, so probably a 120 mark. Let's see how it goes with the points table tomorrow. So stay tuned, guys. 2 more days for the qualifiers to end. Let's see who's going to be the top 16 teams. Sorry, top 14 teams. Already 2 teams have gone in. There is no doubt about that. E2S TM7 and RGC OPEX already just sitting comfortably. Nothing much to do. So let's see who's going to be the 14 teams who's going to qualify into the grand finals to witness an epic showdown between these teams. Definitely everyone fighting for the top 16 spots. And also another reminder to all the teams who are in the bottom. It's still not over. The point gap is just 10 points or 5 points. It's not that big of a deal. One match can change the whole thing for you. So definitely don't give up. You have 4 more matches to turn things over. So stay tuned, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. tomorrow again with Group A versus B. They have already played together, so they might be trying to show some different kind of play style. Let's see how it goes. We'll be having Eddie also playing tomorrow. So E2S TM7, I'm at least hoping them to have at least 2 more chicken dinners to make it 5. Let's see if they are able to do it. I mean, it's always happened the opposite side of what I have told. So let's see how it goes anyways. With that, we'll be ending for tonight. So thank you everyone for tuning in today to watch South Asia Wildcard Pro League. Thank you so much, Dhaka. That was such an entertaining cast also, definitely. So we'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. So good night everyone. See you guys tomorrow.
Switch to the best internet experience in Maldives. Because it's not fun when your internet's slow. Have less buffering.